Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, Big Keys. Welcome to episode 21 of Wrestling Talk Radio, the road to WrestleMania. Come on, let's get this crowd live. Let's get this crowd live. Wait a Yes, baby. Yes, baby. It's the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached the weekend of WrestleMania weekend. This is the Super Bowl of wrestling. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. So, like I said, I'm your boy Big Keys. I'm your host for everything and anything here for Wrestling Talk Radio. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Make sure y'all like us on follow us on Instagram. Make sure y'all like us on Facebook, and also be sure to like us to follow us on Twitter as well at Wrestling Talk RD. So make sure y'all follow us on Twitter. I keep everything updated with the page as far as the latest and greatest what's going on with wrestling and everything like that. I try to keep the page updated as much as possible so I can keep y'all informed of what's going on, whether it be a match that's announced, if it's a pay-per-view that's coming, premium live event in WWE. Every other promotion is pay-per-view, but I try to keep everything updated as much as possible. So I appreciate everybody who's followed me on Twitter, who's followed on who liked us on Instagram, who liked us on Facebook. I really do appreciate it. I do got something in store for y'all in regards to make sure, and that's why I tell y'all a lot to like us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel as well for Wrestling Talk Radio. I tell y'all that because I got something in mind for y'all that's gonna require that you do follow me on social media, like the Instagram, Twitter, all that, because I got something coming up, because the 2-year anniversary show is coming up in June, and I'm going to be doing something special for that show that involves with the social media thing. Not going to give too much details away, but I will drop something on y'all probably at the end of the show, and I'll let y'all know what's going on with that. So, shout out to WFBS 91, my homeboy Fuego Beats, doing his big things up there, man. And tonight, I was supposed to have 2 guests on tonight. Unfortunately, one had prior engagement. He had to take care of everything. My boy Dietrich, host over there of his podcast, the Holly Street 96. Shout out to the boys over there. Him, Trevor, also your boy DJ Domino, who'll be spinning on the 1s and 2s. Definitely, y'all got to check out their show. His mix. Woo! If y'all like hip hop, definitely check out their show and definitely stay tuned for that mix, because that mix is crazy. Y'all definitely gotta check that out. But yeah, my other guest here, he's been on before and everything. He's been, he's been a guest on the show before, and I had to bring him on. He wanted to come on for the WrestleMania show because this is the big show of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean McNeil. Give him the crowd noise. Oh, I gotta take you off mute. My bad, fam. Hold on.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
There we go. I was talking and one heard, man. But this is always fun. Thank you for having me. WrestleMania season makes it that much better because, this is wrestling fans. This is our peak season right here. You know what I'm saying? This is WrestleMania. So you get to come up here and talk about the WrestleMania coming up. And past WrestleManias, man, like even if you are a wrestling fan from back in the day or still, familiar with wrestling, you have certain WrestleMania moments that stick out to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to touch on those every year and kind of see where wrestling's at, man. So I'm excited. Thank you for having me. And let's get this thing going, my brother.
Yes, sir. Sean, tell the good people at home about your boxing fix. As y'all know, Sean has his own Instagram and thing with the boxing. If you're a boxing fan, please do yourself a favor and check out this man's page. Sean, I know you told people about it on the previous show, but people who are tuning in for the first time, let the people know what this is all about.
Yeah, man. The channel is Your Boxing Fix. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on, all the different kind of social media platforms, but pretty much what it is, it's a blog. We post boxing clips. We keep people updated on current boxing news, as my man Keys does with the wrestling. I got the boxing cover, so all upcoming fights, we make sure that we share all that information. We even have a show every Saturday at 9 Eastern Standard Time called Let's Talk Boxing. No telling who might pop up. We've had fans pop up. We've had actual fighters pop up to discuss boxing, favorite moments, just anything boxing. So if you get a chance, if you love boxing, check us out. Your Boxing Fix, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Love talking boxing with everybody. I've been a fan ever since I was 3-4 years old, watching Mike Tyson get knocked out. And ever since then, man, it's been something that I've followed closely. I have a love for. So, definitely check us out if you get a chance to.
Yes. Y'all make sure, please check him out, man. I definitely, if you're a boxing fan, and
we got gear too. Sorry, Keith. We got gear too.
Show me
gear. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? I just opened up the shop literally yesterday. You look nice, my man. We got the Wrestling Talk Radio gear too, coming soon. But we just opened up the shop. Yourboxingfix.myshopify.com. Make sure you stop through, get your gear, and look fresh like the rest of us.
Put some Wrestling Talk Radio shirts up there, man.
Hey, let's talk after the show.
Let's talk after the show, fam.
Let's talk after the show. I can actually help you get your own Wrestling Talk Radio gear, your own store and everything like that. Won't cost you anything, but we'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it in the show. And yeah, speaking of gear, let's give it a hint in regards to the second anniversary. Hint. Let's just keep that in mind. Just if you feel where I'm coming from, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, as he says, hint. Yeah. Keep following my social media for more details, and like I said, I'll fill you in. But definitely, fam, we'll talk that after the show, because I definitely want to start the website. I definitely want to launch for Wrestling Talk Radio as well. I got a lot of things. I got a lot of things going on right now, so I apologize if I'm not posting as much as I do. I got a lot. I can't give too much away about why I have a lot going on, but I am going to be busy over the next month and a half. Some people know, some people don't know, but I will be busy for the next month and a half. The next show is probably not going to be for a while, because I still do I know y'all seen the wrestling wrap-ups that I do, just to fill y'all in if anything big news has happened or whatever. I do try to keep everything updated with the wrestling wrap-ups, but a full show won't be coming for a while, because like I said, I'm going to be very busy. I'll let y'all know in a few weeks and everything once I get things taken care of, what's going on or everything like that. But yeah, let's just say I ain't gonna say too much. I'll leave it at that. Sean knows. Sean knows. Yeah, Sean knows. So
I will say this, my man. I gotta give you your flowers right now, man, because running the show and everything like that, man, it's not easy. Some people may look at what we're doing now and think it's easy. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it, man. And we have things that happen in life sometimes that are beyond our control that may deter do the show, whatever. And no matter what has happened, you stuck in there, man. And like my man Scott Hall, God rest his soul, said, tough times don't last, but tough times don't last, but bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Yes. You know what I mean? It's the tough ones that hang in there, man, and you've hung in there. So I got to give you your flowers, my man. Definitely you're doing your thing, and I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it. Another reason I've been busy, shout out to my Buckeye boys, the Little League team I coach, Ohio State. We had our team party tonight, and I've been busy with basketball. So that's one reason I haven't done that many shows, because I typically do my shows on Thursdays. And because I have practice on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I've been really busy. I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to work. It's just been really busy. So me trying to do as many shows as possible. Now that the season is finished up, we went 6-2. Shout out to my boys. We went 6-2. Unfortunately, no playoffs, because we almost didn't have a season. I thankful for everybody at the Courthouse League who put everything together and let us have a season. Last year we didn't have a season at all due to the pandemic and COVID or whatever. And I made a post on Instagram saying it left a bad taste in my mouth because I couldn't come back to coach one more year. And I was like, I had to come back, I had to run it back. And I thank God that the team that I had was a very good team. The boys were very good this year. Like I said, we finished 6-2. Had the top record in the league. We would have been the 1 seed in the playoffs if we would have went to the playoffs. But unfortunately, there's no playoffs. But I'm just thankful we did have a season. But now that the season is completed, I can focus more back on the show again and everything like that. But I got other things going on as well. So bear with me, and I thank y'all for bearing with me. I know I haven't been able to do what I need to do in regards to the show, but I thank y'all for bearing with me. So I appreciate that very much from the bottom of my heart. Sean, I did want to address one thing. I sent something to you last night in regards to that local boxer. Can you give me some information on that guy? I remember I think he boxed in the Olympics. I just want, and I apologize. I know I'm off subject here because I meant to ask Sean about that before we finished up with the boxing thing. But the guy's here from locally. Can you tell us more about that guy? And I know he has a big fight coming up in April, I believe, right?
The brothers. You're talking about Keyshawn and Kelvin Davis.
Okay.
Keyshawn is a silver medalist in this past games. He lost to a very good Cuban fighter. But that's not taking anything away from Keyshawn Davis. I mean, he's amazing. He's an amazing talent. He's in a weight class with a lot of young fighters. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it even better. He's in the lightweight, I want to say. He does have a fight coming up on ESPN on the 30th right now. I want to say he's about 3-0, 4-0. So he hasn't had a lot of fights, but I mean, he has all the makings of a world champion, and it's good because this area hasn't had that world champion since Pernod Whitaker.
May he rest in peace.
Absolutely. So it's cool to see somebody from this area doing the things that he's doing. He's an exciting fighter. If you get a chance to watch him, he's on Top Rank right now. So they're showed by ESPN, but yeah. Keyshawn Davis and his brother Kelvin Davis. I mean, they're both amazing talents, and they got the green light to do great things in the sport.
Yeah, I was watching the logo. I appreciate that, man, for filling us in. I saw it on the news last night. Anything that's associated with boxing, I always hit up Sean because I was like, hey, Sean, tell me more about this guy or more about this fight. Like I pretty much only try to tune in for the boxing matches when they're big matches. Same thing with UFC. If there's a big match, I was like, okay, this match going on this weekend, I definitely got to check it out. So, but anyways, with that being said, let's get into the show, y'all. We got a lot to discuss in regards to this upcoming weekend. It's WrestleMania weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It's WrestleMania.
My favorite time, bro.
Final Four is this weekend. Let's go Tar Heels, even though it's going to be rigged and Duke's going to win. Go Tar Heels. Because Coach K is going to go out as a champion. I know how things are going to go, but I'm still rooting for the Tar Heels to beat Duke. But anyways, regardless.
Y'all finna be crushed, man. Y'all, oh, man. Because they owe y'all.
They owe us when we went down and we beat them in Cameron Indoor in the season finale.
Yep.
And I already know, I'm sorry, and I know people are going to come at me, and I apologize for it. Hey, it's rigged. Coach K is going to win. They want Coach K to go as a champion. Coach Wooden went out as a champion with UCLA. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
He's going to go out as a champion. Just put it that way. I'm hoping the Tar Heels do get this dub, though, and everything. Just one more thing. Fuck Duke. I'm just going to say that.
You can't say that on
Yes, I will. Fuck Duke. Tar Heels Nations all day. I don't give a damn. I hope we win and send that man off to retirement. But I already know how NCAA works. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm salty because my bracket was terrible.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about the bracket. We're gonna move on because my damn bracket. St. Peter's fucked everybody up. So yeah. After St. Peter's won, I threw my bracket in the trash can.
That messed me up too, man. You know, so I text some people that I'm in like this little tournament, and it's based on points. So whoever's got like the most points at the end of the tournament, they win the whole thing. So as soon as like St. Peter's won 2 games, I text him. I was like, yo, it was nice, you know, it was cool, but I'm not gonna win this, man. My
homeboy texted me, he said, he told my boys, he said, don't y'all lose St. Peter's. I'm like, yo, if we would have lost to St. Peter's, my whole social media would have been deleted. I'd have gone AWOL. Y'all had to look for me.
You gotta be happy for them though, bro, because
they
came out of nowhere and they were highly recruited. They said like the players on that team were highly recruited, so it makes that story that much better.
And it did. And shout out to that coach who got a job with Seton Hall. So definitely shout him out for getting that job. He did his thing with the boys and everything. But hey, You played my favorite. You played my college team. I'm sorry, we Cinderella's had to go home. So
Understood.
like what Wesley Snipes saying in New Jack City, it was never personal. It's just business.
It's just business.
It's just business.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
It's just business. It's just business, like the Will Smith slap. Anyways, moving on. Let me. I know y'all saw. Yo, we gotta address that real quick. Yo, they need to put Chris Rock versus Will Smith at WrestleMania.
No, I've seen so much stuff on social media. They have people create Will Smith and Chris Rock for WWE 2K22, man. So
my initial reaction, I know once again we're procrastinating it, but I promise you, last thing that we're gonna get into the topics. When I saw that, I got a text message. I didn't watch the Oscars. I was watching something else. I got a text message saying, "Bro, did you just see what happened?" I'm like, I went on my Facebook timeline. I see everybody talking about the Oscars. I'm like, the hell happened at the Oscars? I'm like, why the hell y'all watching the Oscars? What's going on at the Oscars? Man, I looked at my timeline and I said, did I?
Is that real? Is that real?
I was like,
mm-hmm.
Okay, the first thing I was like, okay, it's a comedy bit and everything like that. Ha ha ha. Somebody gonna come on stage. They're gonna have music playing, everything like that. Then, yeah, it didn't turn funny. Then I heard him say, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. I was like, oh, okay.
And the crowd was silent. They were like, well, the first time he said it, some people were like, oh. And then the second time, people were just quiet, bro. And like the only
I'd have been in the crowd like this.
I know how the facts. I'd have had water spilling all. I ain't drinking none of the water.
Whisper next to me. Hey, was that playing?
The thing that kind of bothered me a little bit is like when Will got up and started approaching the stage, Jada should have been like, nah, you ain't got to do this here. We can talk to him after the commercial break because there's potential backlash that could happen. Like now, like we dealing with now.
He slapped the shit out of him.
He slapped the fuck out of him. Yo,
he slapped the shit out of him.
He said, ooh.
Hey, I don't care. Hey, y'all can go ahead and make these long ass statuses about this and that. I find comedy and everything. I thought the shit was hilarious. That's the funniest shit ever. Like, I thought
it took me a while to even believe it was real.
I thought it was funny. I don't give a damn if it was real or not. I thought that shit was funny as hell. This man went up there and slapped the hell out of him. I was.
No, that memory will never go away. Ever.
I will never. Man, I don't even care what Kanye did with old girl at the Video Music Awards. Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing now. I don't care a damn about that. Unless something else happens that's gonna be more better than that. That's the best memory I will ever have of a man walking up on stage and knocking the shit out of somebody. That shit was good for me. Made my week.
It was hilarious. Like I said, it took a while for me to even grasp the concept that it was real because I'm like, yo, this man really just walk on stage casually, walk up to this man, slap him, turn around, walk off, walk down the steps like nothing happened, and just start cussing him out.
I was like,
I'm like, yo, is this real right now? But my mom told me.
Yo,
my mom told me she was like,
look, white people put their purses underneath they take.
He is from West Philly, girl. You know how to, you know what I'm saying? You know how he is. Get up just slapping everybody. But
Will Smith said you forget about the fucking movies and shit like that. I'm from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Shit the fuck down. Like what did Steve Harvey say in Kings of Comedy? He told Pookie, he's like,
you can forget about the WB in these suits.
Yeah, you can forget about the WB in these suits. I'm from
my ass is from the projects.
I'm from the projects. Yo, y'all fuck around mess with the wrong. Y'all fuck around mess with the wrong person. Y'all gonna find out that they ain't comedians ain't that funny.
They not what you think they are. They not what you think they are. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, all right. We're getting the show now. We're getting the show now.
We got 20 minutes saying bullshit.
Bullshit. All right. Yo, AEW. Let's jump into AEW real quick. Nothing much is going on right now. It's kind of their after their pay-per-view is kind of like a little bit dry after their pay-per-views. They're building up to the next pay-per-views. Double or Nothing's coming up in Memorial Day weekend. So I know they're going to slowly start building the matches to that. Big debut. Toni Storm debuted last night. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, last night she made her debut, and she qualified for the Owen Hart tournament. the women's Owen Hart tournament. I guess the finale is gonna be on at Double or Nothing that Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. So Tony Storm is all elite. It's like damn, half of AEW now is WWE. Like damn, I was like I'm starting to forget who was on the AEW roster because half of the motherfuckers is from WWE.
Yep.
I'm actually you might as well say that's WWE's third show now. You got you got Raw, you got NXT, you got AEW, you got SmackDown. So it's almost like watching Raw and SmackDown again.
Yeah, I mean it's to a point where you got to try to sit here and think of the people that didn't go to AEW that were fired from WWE. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I can name a few, but pretty much everybody went to AEW, and it's like, yo.
And then someone have disappeared. What's the old dude name? Rusev. What's his name? Miro. Ain't seen him motherfucker in like 5 months.
But that's what you knew was gonna happen when you keep signing everybody. These people got to wrestle. You ain't sign them to do nothing, and then if you sign all these people, somebody's airtime is gonna get taken away. Somebody
said and I know he's not. He was in Jay Lethal. The motherfucker's 10-3. They said, "How does motherfucker 10-3? We only seen him wrestle 3 matches." Motherfucker, don't nobody watch AEW Dark shit.
No, remember WCW Worldwide back in the day that come on like Saturday mornings? He wrestled on something like WCW Worldwide.
I've seen Keith Lee, he wrestles on both. Keith Lee came over, but I'm like, all right, fam, this is starting to get oversaturated, dog. This is like, all right now. It's like, all right, it was funny when you did 1 or 2, then you got 4 or 5, then you start, I'm like, all right now it's just starting getting a little old now. Come on now. It's Tony, bro. Look, stop. Just stop. Leave WWE talent alone. Like, damn, do you got to go get every single motherfucker that gets released or fired from the company to come sign with your company? Oh, come on now. It's starting to be too much. This is WCW all over again, fam.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good look.
I'm seeing matches on AEW that I saw on Raw already.
Exactly. I'm
saying, what I'm saying?
I could have watched Raw. They could have stayed on Raw and I could have watched that shit on Raw.
Yep.
It's too much, man. It's just getting oversaturated with WWE talent. I'm sorry. It's got to be said. It's just too much. It's just it's got to be said because it's just getting oversaturated with talent, man. So definitely, that's the issue I have with AEW in regards to what's going on with that. But in the storyline, and with all the factions and all the other shit, it's starting to be too much. Now they do got some good stars that's on the rise, and they do have a couple of good storylines. I do like the storyline that's going on with Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, them teaming together, and William Regal being their manager. I like that storyline a little. I like that. MJF and Wardlow have gone into this now. They're going into this rivalry and shit like that. And there was some shit that happened with MJF and Tony Khan that happened outside and everything. And MJF wants more money. And I think his contract is up in 2024, I believe. I think so. I got to look that up. But I know his contract is up in 2024. And there's going to be a huge bidding war between WWE and AEW over this man. This man's going to get paid very, very well. It's almost like that biggest NFL free agent, and everybody wants him. That's gonna be MJF in a couple of years, man.
Hasn't he said like good things about WWE recently about how much he's a fan of what they're doing, or was that not real? Because I thought I saw somewhere that he made some comments.
And people don't act like wrestlers do watch other companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, WWE wrestlers watch AEW, AEW watch WWE. It's not like it's not hidden that other wrestlers do not watch other. You got friends. They got friends in each other's promotion.
Yep.
That they're cool with. They'll sit there and talk about they keep them apart. But then, they in their backyards having a cookout, and you got Adam Cole's. And I'm just giving you an example. You got Adam Cole probably sitting next to Seth Rollins or something like that. I'm just painting an example. They're cool outside the wrestling business. It's about being friends or whatever. That's like me, Wrestling Talk Radio. Sean got your boxing fix. 2 different things, but at the same time, we sitting here chilling.
Yep.
It's like they're gonna be you can't stop them from being friends outside the organization.
Yeah.
So, but
sometimes it's good to have relationships with people that are on different networks and all that stuff because it helps bring out the best. Sometimes you can politic on how you can play this whole rivalry thing and make it look good in front of the people, because that's what people like. People like controversy. They like, watching shit get stirred up. And, so anytime that you can kind of work that in your favor and make shit seem terrible and all that, the more money that everybody makes, so everybody wins.
Exactly. I fully agree, man. I fully agree. So that's pretty much with AEW. Like I said, well, if anything pops up or anything happens, I'll definitely keep y'all updated with any happenings. Like I said, their next pay-per-view is Double or Nothing Memorial Day weekend, and I'm sure the card there'll be more matches added to the card as we get closer. But for right now, they're pretty much at a pretty much dry state right now because they just came off the big pay-per-view Revolution pay-per-view, and they're headed toward their next pay-per-view on Double or Nothing. So we did have a passing, and I gotta play it. I was bringing it up as Sean was talking. Gotta play it.
Oh man, I thought I was over it, man.
Moment of silence, real quick. Moment of silence. Y'all, when I tell you, let's because we got to talk about it, man. When I found out that he was on a ventilator, that Sunday, Monday, they say he was on a ventilator. As y'all know, Scott Hall passed away a couple weeks ago. As y'all know him, Razor Ramon, in his WWF days, and then Scott Hall during his WCW run. He's best known for his time with NWO Wolfpack, one half the Outsiders with Kevin Nash. When I tell y'all, when I heard about his passing, it hurt. I'm gonna be honest, because growing up as a wrestling fan, not just a WCW, WWF fan, just his passing really hurt, because I mean Monday nights. I mean, we're going back to when Monday Night Raw was 1 hour on USA and Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, and Razor Ramon was cutting these promos before coming to the WWE, and he was coming with the chains and stuff like that, the hair and all that. But let's go back to that. That's how I've been a fan since then, and Razor Ramon was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. And it hurt, man. It really did hurt when I heard about his passing, because he's one of the greatest the greatest intercontinental champions of all time. Sean, I know you tell me all the time it hurt, and I have the same reaction in regards to, it's a shame this man never got a championship run with the WWE championship.
Yeah, man. Growing up, that's around the era. I have vague memories of Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan in that generation, but the time that I can really remember wrestling starting to settle in with me, and me actually starting to remember it, was Hammerstein Ballroom, Bobby Heenan and Vince McMahon as the announcers in that Raw, and watching guys like the 1-2-3 Kid come in and do a backflip and beat Razor Ramon, and then Razor Ramon trying to challenge him, offering him $5,000 to fight him again, or even Goldust, or the ladder match with Shawn Michaels. I mean, Razor Ramon, to me, he meant a lot, man, because the thing is, he was one of the first people that I flocked to when I really started watching wrestling and starting to remember. So anytime you have somebody that connects with your childhood like that, it doesn't matter how old they get, or even if they're in rough shape or whatever, when you see them, you remember a little bit of your childhood. And with him being gone, it's like part of my childhood goes with him, because I mean, I have so many Scott Hall / Razor Ramon memories, from the ones I mentioned to him walking out on Nitro saying, "You don't know, why we're here. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here." Exactly. And talking about a war, you're gonna get one. So Scott Hall was, the Kobe death hurt me, but Scott Hall, it hurt me a little bit more, because I started watching this man when I was like 5, 6 years old. So I had to go out and order the shirt, man. I showed you the shirt. Yeah. Scott Hall was just, everything to me. I would walk around in school with a toothpick hanging out my mouth. I wouldn't throw it at nobody or nothing like that, but I would walk through, do his little strut. Everything about Scott Hall was just cool to me, man. To all that, he would get on the mic and say, "Hey, yo, do the survey. One more for the good guys." Like everything about this man was just so admiring to me. He got hit in the head with a drink. The man went like that and played it off like he was just everything I wanted to be, you know. So Scott Hall, you know, I'm definitely gonna miss him. I always like seeing him pop up here and there, whether it's on a WrestleMania, whether it's, you know, Instagram, just like seeing his face. And, you know, it hurts that, you know, we're not going to be able to see that. But he did what he was put on this earth to do, and that was to entertain people at the highest level. And we were fortunate enough to see him, you know, treat us to some memories that are going to last. Even when we're dead and gone, his memories are going to last, his matches, his mind, you know, and just what he's done for the business. So, you know, Scott Hall, I'm always gonna love Scott Hall, man, and that's my guy. I hated what happened, but you know, it's a part of life, and he's been through a lot too. You know, let's not forget too. He has his demons just like everybody else did. So it seemed like he was on bonus time, you know, because they saying that he wasn't well for quite a while. He had to hook up with DDP and get better. So the fact that he was able to hang on this long with us is, you know, it's a blessing. I'm definitely gonna miss him, but you know, it's just one of those things.
Yes, definitely. He definitely is a memory. We're definitely gonna give me just a minute. Hold on one moment. I hate to apologize. This happens during the show. Give me just one moment, folks. Sean, I apologize.
We live, baby. We live.
The missus is here. I gotta go on. I gotta unlock my car door. She has to get something out. Give me just a minute. I promise I'll be right back. Hold on, folks.
All right, sounds good. I don't know about y'all. I'll talk a little bit while he's gone. But I don't know about y'all, but like every WrestleMania season, I go back and stream all the different WrestleManias. Can't hear you.
Okay, my bad. I put on mute. My bad. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my girlfriend just came in. She had to get something out of my car, so I apologize. So.
Me and the people were connecting. Me and the people, you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, but yeah, my fondest memory of Scott Hall, and Sean, you brought it up, WrestleMania 10. The ladder match for the Undisputed Intercontinental Championship. When I tell y'all, when I go through my list of favorite matches of all time, this is my personal favorite match of all time, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Number one, it was the first ladder match in WWF history. No one had never seen a concept like this to think, hey, you know, we have Falls Count Anywhere matches. We've had, you know, submission matches, Iron Man matches. Somebody said, why don't we take a belt, in this case, 2 belts, put them high above the arena, and have the wrestlers climb a ladder to retrieve the belt. It's a hell of a concept. And to put these 2 men in the ring, and all I remember was watching Scott Hall at the top of the ladder after he won the match with the Intercontinental titles hanging off. It was just, that was my fondest memory of Scott Hall, just seeing that. I mean, I remember, like Sean mentioned, he mentioned a lot of stuff I'm about to mention as well. Him showing up in WCW, the Outsiders, the Wolfpack. It just, everything about Scott Hall, just everything it encompassed about Scott Hall was just, the man was great. And, you know, and to this day, I'm so mad he never got a run with the WWE title, because he definitely would have been one of the great champions. He's the one reason I want the Intercontinental title. I have the World Heavyweight Championship belt, the WCW, the big gold belt, but I also want that Intercontinental champion. And the only reason I want that, and it's funny, everybody who gets belts, they want a belt for a particular reason. Some people will say the big gold belt. Ric Flair had the big gold belt. Intercontinental Championship. First thing that comes to mind with the Intercontinental Championship, Razor Ramon. $1 Million Championship, $1 Million Man. So and it goes, the list goes on and on. The Intercontinental Championship, I will always go back to Razor Ramon regarding the Intercontinental Championship. But the man's legacy, we'll never forget it. And and I love how the wrestlers and everything paid homage to him and everything. That I like what they did on NXT as they were paying homage to him. You had the spray paint, you had the guys wearing the NWO shirts.
Yeah.
So they definitely paid homage to Scott Hall.
The only other death, I don't mean to cut you off, the only
No,
other death in the wrestling industry that hurt me, well, the only other, I would say two that hurt me as bad as that one was Owen Hart. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young, but I really didn't understand, but it hurt at the same time. But the one that really crushed me was Eddie Guerrero. That one did it for me. Like, brother, I'm telling you, man, when Eddie passed away, man, it felt like somebody in my family died, bro. Truly, it felt like my cousin died. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, why do I feel like I knew I watched them, but like I have a feeling that my family member just died or something. So like, bro, I was out of it, man. Like I absolutely loved Eddie, man. Loved Eddie, bro.
Social media, man, and like imagine you hear news now about his passing and everything like that. It really hit you like that, man. The Scott Hall, I really took it hard, man. That's like we all said, that's our childhood, man. Where wrestlers that we grew up watching are passing away, man. It's sad.
It hurts.
It's really sad. Where these wrestlers were growing up watching, the wrestlers that we grew up watching Monday night on Raw, watching Monday Nitro, they're gone. And it's really sad. And it just, the Scott Hall thing is like, it really, like I said, I took it hard. It was hard.
Yeah.
Like the Eddie Guerrero one, like Ultimate Warrior, everyone I'm watching growing up is passing away. And it really hurt. But
something happens to the Undertaker, y'all gonna have to call me. If something happens to the Undertaker, look, all of YouTube, whenever y'all watch this video, whatever, if anything happens to the Undertaker, find me. My social media tag is right there, and make sure I'm doing all right. See it right across the screen. Make sure you reach out to me on that platform and make sure I'm all right. Because something happens to the Undertaker, man.
That kind of makes you want to take a whole week off of work.
Yeah,
it's just,
I'm gonna need it.
But anyways, once again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Scott Hall's family.
Yes.
Wait a minute, just gotta play it, man. And
one more for the bad guy.
Scott Hall, rest in peace, man. We will never forget you, man. Definitely, we lost a good one, man. We definitely lost a good one, man. But we will continue to honor your memory. NWO, WWE will definitely honor your memory, man.
I wear my Razor Ramon. I don't have it on now. It's in my other room, but my son's in there asleep, so I don't want to wake him up. But I got me a Razor Ramon shirt as soon as it happened, so I'ma always have Razor with me.
Yeah, I gotta get me one too, man. I definitely now I want the Intercontinental Championship even more. Now that makes me want the Intercontinental Championship even more, man. And I ain't talking about the white one. I'm talking about the black one. I'm talking about the one from way back in the 90s. I definitely want.
You got to get it where it has the WWF logo. Forget this WWE stuff. You got to get the. You got to see if you can find one with the WWF logo.
F1, man. You
got to do it right if you're gonna do it that way.
They do actually have a specialized Razor Ramon Intercontinental Championship. It was on the what was it, A&J belts? Everything. That's where I got my World Heavyweight Championship belt from.
It might be up there.
It might still be up there. I think it was like $500, but I always think they keep after Razor Ramon's passing, them Intercontinental Championships are going to be hard to keep in stock.
Yeah,
because everybody's going to want an Intercontinental Championship now.
Yep. I mean, you can probably find the WWE version on eBay all day, but like I said, that WWF one is probably going to cost more. It's probably harder to find. It's people that grew up watching wrestling around we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to find, but Scott Hall, rest in peace, man. All right, we're going to go into the next topic. It's going to be the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. So, and as y'all know, the man that headlines this year's Hall of Fame class. Wait a minute. I can't even do this. I got it. And I should have had it up. I apologize. I should have had this up. Hold on. Sean, you already know, but we're going to do it anyway.
Let's do it, man.
Already know. Hold on.
You got to. You have to. You got to.
I got to. Let me bypass these ads and stuff on YouTube and everything like that. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let me turn it up.
I already told you if anything happened to this man, y'all gonna have to check on me. So y'all know what the Undertaker means to me, man.
The Undertaker is headlining the WWE Hall of Fame class this year. Give this man his flowers. The GOAT is going into the Hall of Fame. This is the Hall of Fame. I've been waiting for this one. This is going to be huge. The Undertaker. I mean, there's another one growing up. I remember when Undertaker debuted Survivor Series 1990. I remember when he debuted.
Scared to death.
Scared the shit out of me. Scared the hell out of me. He went from what?
Yeah.
We went corporate Undertaker, the Ministry of Darkness, American Badass. I mean, the Brothers of Destruction with Kane. This man is legendary, man. And you know what? It's strange. Everybody asks me, who's your favorite Undertaker? I'm gonna be honest, and I know I'm gonna shock a lot of people. American Badass was. American Badass was and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because this was, and they actually, and I don't know if y'all have seen the WWE special called Evil.
Mm-hmm.
They came on USA. I think it came on after Raw or NXT the other night. Evil. John Cena is the one that narrates it. Real good special. Really good special. I definitely got to check it out. I think it's on the WWE Network as well. I'm not for sure, but don't quote me on that. But it came on, and they actually did The Undertaker and Kane. And they were talking about how they were teaming together or whatever. But the reason I like the American Badass Undertaker is because this is the Undertaker. Now, the Undertaker talked. He had a voice. But when he came out as American Badass with the motorcycle, when he turned into Big Evil, when he had the shirt and everything with the Big Evil shirt on and everything like that, that was my favorite Undertaker. I love that Undertaker, man. And I was like, well, you don't like the one the dead man and everything? I'm like, yeah, but to me, the American Badass is my favorite Undertaker, man.
I like that one. But my favorite is the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
That's my second one.
Because I feel like, because for a while he said that he's, evil, Prince of Evil and all that stuff. The Ministry of Darkness, he really showed that side of being like evil and demonic. You know what I mean? Like when he sacrificed Midian and had my man drink blood.
Stephanie McMahon, remember that shit?
Right, when they stalked him across in the middle of the yard.
Yo, I gotta say, WWE, y'all got away with a lot of shit back in the 90s.
Bruh.
That shit would not fly today.
Not at all. Not at all.
Fly today.
No,
we were having a conversation about that shit the other night, too.
I just seen a promo the other day where the Nation of Domination was at the top of the stage and Ken Shamrock was in the ring and called like one of them a monkey. I'm like, yo, that would not fly.
Yo, this shit they did back in the Attitude Era.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I don't think Ken Shamrock is racist.
They would get right now.
No, it would be terrible. Like just even having a Godfather out there talking about hoes and rolling a fatty for this pimp daddy. It's the whole, and then you got Val Venus, a porn star, coming out there.
You got a whole train.
It was
you
a
got
big
porn
party.
Star. You got that time Bret Hart. What was it? Shawn Michaels mentioned a member of the Klan.
Yeah.
You got the blackface Nation of Domination when did Generation X. Yo, the Attitude Era was wild.
It was a big party, dog. It was really a big party. But I mean that going back to the Undertaker though, I mean that Ministry of Darkness, it was like, yo, he was super sinister and evil, and because that's who his character was. So it's like he reached that point of evilness and just like, yo, this dude is fucked up. Yo, why would he do that? He reached the level of that with the Ministry of Darkness. I think like American Badass, he became like the more human side of the Undertaker, and I was more so I like the supernatural Undertaker, you know what I'm saying, the gloves and the ministry and all that. So don't get me wrong, you give me any Undertaker. I love the Undertaker from the gray gloves and the tie and all that to even when he finished his match with AJ Styles. I love all the Undertaker in between.
What about SummerSlam? Undertaker versus the Undertaker. Y'all remember y'all young kids, go do y'all research. Go watch that match. It was It was the Undertaker versus the Undertaker.
Yes.
That shit was the gray gloves versus the purple gloves Undertaker. That shit was, as a kid, I was confused as hell.
Me too.
There's two Undertakers. There's two Undertakers? How?
But I knew, like, once Paul Bearer was like, yo, this is my Undertaker, I knew that was the real Undertaker. I'm like, yo, this is the real one. Like Ted DiBiase, I'm like, yo, he's drawing up something. It can't be right. But I know my man Paul Bearer. I know he's got the real Undertaker. That's where the purple gloves came out, you know, and then they opened up the urn and then the light came out. Like you said, man, they got to do their research, Keys.
Yes,
can't get American.
Hey, shout out to Trevor who's commenting. Trevor said the American Badass was his last favorite. The one we had, the Kid Rock thing, that was his favorite.
Respect.
So shout out to Trevor from Holly Street 96 for commenting and everything. Y'all more than welcome comment. Leave your comments. Matter of fact, leave your comments. Who's your favorite Undertaker? Leave your comments, or even, you know, if you got some thoughts. Also, I forgot to give my Gmail, wrestlingtalkradio@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. Hey, I love to hear your thoughts. If you want to ever get on the show, let me know. Email me your thoughts. If you got any show ideas or anything like that, hey, feel free to email me. And also, you can just hit me up on my own social media or whatever. So, but shout out to Trevor for commenting. But The Undertaker is truly a legend, man. He's definitely a true legend. Everybody goes back way back in the day when we had when he was mean Mark Calloway. Let's take it back.
You go old school with it. You go old school mean Mark. That's what WCW days.
Do your homework, man. Do your homework. Y'all don't know about y'all don't know early because y'all only gonna remember the Undertaker from when his because I know people came on because. The one thing I always get when people talk about wrestling, hey, last time I watched wrestling, does Stone Cold still wrestle?
It's like, don't embarrass yourself.
Fam, don't embarrass yourself.
It's like, yo, don't even ask me that question.
Shit. Everything, man, I haven't watched Monday Night Raw since 1998 and everything. The Undertaker still around? All right, fam, don't talk to me about wrestling no more. I gotta go.
Like, yeah, what athlete do you know is still around right now? You know what I'm saying?
God.
It's like...
That's why I hate when people downplay wrestling and everything like that. Just you basically are insulting my intelligence when you're asking me that you haven't seen wrestling since 1998. You're asking me about wrestlers who are retired, whoever wrestled in the ring in almost 20-something years. You're asking me about what are they doing right now. That shows me you don't watch wrestling.
The thing that gets me is like when you tell somebody that you like wrestling, they'll hit you with it's fake, right? I'm like, it's pre-scripted, just like the movie you watch. The TV series that you just got done telling me about is pre-scripted. You know what I'm saying? The movies that you watch are pre-scripted. It's entertainment.
All these reality shows they be having, everything.
They're all scripted.
All that shit is scripted. Y'all sitting there telling me about wrestling is fake. Go fuck yourself because the shit that you watch on TV is just
that punishment is real, bro. Tell Mick Foley.
Everybody get at me talking about everything is predetermined. I don't give a damn if it's predetermined or whatever. Right. I'm sitting there watching. It's everybody who's watching. I'm like, Vince don't give a damn because Vince is still making billions of dollars off this because motherfuckers are still coming. Motherfuckers are still gonna watch. And then you got the dirt sheets. Everybody, look, I can read dirt sheets. I can read spoilers. I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna sit there and watch the product because I'm a fan. I am a wrestling fan. That's all that matters.
And I like people that have like abilities in a certain field showcasing their ability. Like I like watching football players play football. I like watching basketball players play basketball. I like watching wrestlers wrestle, MMA fighters, UFC, boxers box, at the highest level because it's fun to watch. And when people say that wrestlers aren't athletes, it's crazy because like my man Trevor just said, wrestlers do their own stunts. Like you see people doing crazy stuff and it's like, yo, that is amazing. They don't have any kind of harness attached to them. And this dude just jumped off a ladder and did a spear. And this dude was hanging off a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff Hardy, Edge, WrestleMania. Like when Edge gave him the spear and he was hanging. Like my man did that. If something would have gone wrong, they could have both been paralyzed or worse.
And y'all forget, wrestlers do get hurt. They do
get
hurt. Triple H tore his quad during the match.
You can't name one that hasn't been hurt.
He was out for months. Wrestlers, WWE will always sit there, and as a kid, you sit there and laugh. Don't try this at home. And what your dumb ass do, you go ahead and jump off the top of your couch, elbow drop. Motherfucker don't dislocate his up. They tell you don't do that shit at home, but you might as well just tell them, go do it anyways, because you're going to do it. Yeah, because what kid wasn't 5, 6 years old watching Macho Man Randy Savage do an elbow drop off the top of the rope, and you want to emulate that in your living room? Come
Because,
on now.
bro,
Get a beanbag, jump off the top of your couch and do an elbow drop. Come on,
you
man.
gotta remember too. We came from the backyard wrestling generation too.
Exactly.
So some of us had like a little backyard wrestling because I had one with some of my homeboys. Shout out our wrestling organization called DZW, Danger Zone Wrestling. And it was in my homeboy's backyard, bro. We had a trampoline. We had empty pizza boxes that we would use to hit each other with a head with. We had belts. We had entrance music. We had stables. Dog, we had all of that stuff, man. So, yeah, dog, we did all that stuff. Suplexes, drop kicks, spinning heel kicks, sharpshooters. You did it. Dog,
you did it because
you name it, we did it.
You guys were fans.
Yep.
You did it because you were fans. We're watching. We're all wrestling fans. And when I have kids, they're going to be wrestling fans too.
Yep.
They're not going to like me, but you know what? I'm your dad. You're going to watch. Because your dad likes watching wrestling.
Yep.
I'm going to always and forever be a wrestling fan. That's never going to go away. I don't give a damn how fake it is. Yep. I'm going to be it's sports entertainment, fam. It's just you're going to watch. I mean, who's not going to sit there? I know people who don't watch, who are not wrestling fans that are going to watch WrestleMania this weekend.
No,
it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle. I mean, I you're gonna have like for one the one dude. Now we're gonna talk about him later because he does have a match at WrestleMania. Pat McAfee. I'm a huge fan of his podcast. I watch it every single day. Shout out to Brian who got me into watching Pat McAfee's podcast every day. He actually has some damn good shows and everything. Mm-hmm. He's a commentator for SmackDown. He does have a wrestling match on. At WrestleMania, but we'll get to that later. Pat McAfee's a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wrestling fan. He just doesn't go to commentate. You got people, he loves wrestling. That's what I'm saying. I can be me and Sean, anybody else you know who a wrestling fan can sit there on Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and commentate. Because think about it, we love wrestling. That's how deep it is. And you have Undertaker who has fans all over the world. You got people that are probably wrestling fans because of the Undertaker. Mm-hmm. This man has legacy. This man's called the GOAT for a reason. He's had matches. He's had, I mean, some of his matches, the Shawn Michaels, the back-to-back WrestleMania matches against Shawn Michaels. And everybody remembers the loss, and I know a lot of people don't want me to bring it up, the loss to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. His first, he had the streak. The streak which no one thought this shit was going on forever. Like every single year he would face somebody, different and everything. Even the match he had against CM Punk at WrestleMania a few years ago, that was a damn good match too. Mm-hmm. He's the GOAT for a reason. And I mean, now this man will take his place among the immortals at the Hall of Fame. And Vince McMahon is doing his induction, so I'm definitely gonna tune in for that, man. I definitely got it. And I gotta do it one time because, like I said, this is my favorite Undertaker.
Dead man walking. Yep. Oh yeah. See, like I was telling the people when you stepped away, every WrestleMania season I go back and watch the old WrestleManias. So now that we're talking, it's the Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez at WrestleMania 9 when they were outside, and he's coming down right now with the birds and the hat.
One of my favorite WrestleMania setups of all time.
Amazing, though. The Undertaker, and you were talking about one of your favorite matches earlier with the ladder match, one of my favorites, and then, I know we've been on the Undertaker for a while. I know you want to cover WrestleMania.
Yeah, I got you.
Is Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker in your house, Bad Blood, because that match, it had so many different things that happened. That's when Kane showed up and ripped the door off and everything, and it was just, the match was amazing. And like you said, that was one of the first Hell in a Cells that happened. So people were like, yo, what is this concept? And then the concept was perfect. It was like, yo, you're putting together this big, dangerous structure and you're going to lock Shawn Michaels in there with The Undertaker. Shawn Michaels about to get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So the match was amazing. And then the lights go off and then you see Paul Bearer come down with Kane. Kane rips the door off. And then for the first time, you see Undertaker with some kind of fear. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, I know who you are. And then just everything about that was perfect, bro. I loved it. Isaac Yankem, DDS. Yep.
Trevor, I gotta cut. That was one of the worst gimmicks ever. Oh my God. The Kiss My Foot match against Bret Hart.
Oh man.
God, that was the worst gimmick match of all. Man, there was some terrible gimmicks.
They had some bad ones.
90s, man.
They have.
Well, yeah, Undertaker is he's gonna headline the Hall of Fame class. Let me go over the other Hall of Fame nominees. Inductees. Vader is definitely getting to is gonna be inducted.
About time, man.
Yes.
About time.
Vader's way overdue to get it. Vader's way overdue to get inducted.
He should have been inducted while he was alive. That's why I don't like WWE. I mean, I understand you don't understand when somebody's gonna die, but you got to try your best to give people their roses when they're alive. Like China,
Exactly.
China should have gone in when she's alive. You know, it kind of takes away when you induct people when they did.
I do believe she will get inducted by herself soon. If it's not next year, it'll definitely be the year after. But
She's the best women's wrestler in WWE history.
First female intercontinental champion in WWE history.
She was legitimately competing with dudes and having good matches, and people were going to school wondering, is she really a guy?
Y'all sit here talking about women fighting men now, and that shit. I'm like, let's not forget, China was the first one to do it. Like, she fought Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship. Let's not forget.
Was beating their ass.
She was whooping their ass, too. And, like, and then people started calling, well, you shouldn't have men fighting women and shit like that. Blah, blah. Man, shut up. Shut up.
China came ready to fight.
China was that chick. She was definitely that chick. Yeah, what would Trevor say? Vader in that mask. Yeah,
I remember.
That mask. I was wondering how he got that mask on because I'll be sitting there trying to like, is there something on the back that connects or something like that? I was trying to figure out how he got that shit on his face.
And the helmet too. I know exactly what helmet he talking about because WCW. I remember he come down. It was Clash of the Champions. I think it was. He came down. He had the mat. He sat it in front of him. He was hyping up the crowd, and then it like shoots everywhere. It's like smoke that shoots all out the helmet. Dog, Vader was dope, man. I love Vader.
Yeah, Vader was that dude, man. All right, inductee number 3, Sharmell, Queen Sharmell, who, if y'all don't know, is the wife of Booker T. This one kind of,
yeah. That's
why.
I have nothing bad to say about her, but I mean, they're better candidates than her. He didn't really do that much for me.
You can't induct nobody. You can't induct anybody that hasn't done anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what did she do?
Was she even a champion?
She didn't wrestle.
She didn't even wrestle.
She was an escort to Booker T. She didn't do anything. That's what, bro. That one confused me when they announced that she was gonna be an inductee. I'm like,
you could have put in
China,
Tori Wilson or Stacy Keibler or China or something like. But even if you put in Stacy Keibler, it'd be more of a reason to put her in.
And you know what? It's got to be a story as to why she got inducted because this is the one inductee I've never understood. Like, come on now. Now we just putting anybody in.
Booker T.
At this stage, why don't we just put referees in and shit? Just hey, let's just put like Mark Wilson from 1990 or something like that. Like, hey, well, what did he do? He was a referee for this match. Okay, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like the only thing I can think of is Booker T. You know, Booker T is like super loyal to WWE. He speaks out against anything against WWE.
That's no excuse to put his wife in the Hall of
I
Fame.
know. I'm trying to come up with a reason.
She's in the Hall of Fame. Look, okay, her credentials. She was 1991 Miss Black America. She was a former Nitro girl. She was a longtime manager at WCW and WWF, and the wife of Booker T.
That's it. Hey.
What else? What else did you do? Did you win a title? Did you have an infamous feud? What?
They could have put in like if we're doing managers, you could have put in like Harvey Whippleman. You could have put in Harvey Whippleman.
Undertaker has years of highlights. Vader has highlights. What is Sharmell's highlight? Please tell me if y'all know her or her highlight. Because I don't know. Has she wrestled before? Has she ever been a champion? If somebody can let us know, please let us know.
Yeah, drop some comments, man. Maybe
some comments. I need to know, and I'm not trying to. And when I say this, I'm not trying to downplay her induction. Congratulations to her getting induction. I just don't know why she's getting inducted.
Right, because I mean, like the thing is, like when she was managing Booker T, you know, they made it work and everything. But the reason why there's some backlash is because we're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about people elite amongst the elite. We're talking about the Undertakers. We're talking about Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. We're talking about some people that have made the biggest impact in wrestling history. Andre the Giant. So to tell me that she's done enough to have her name alongside some of those other is mind-boggling. It's I don't understand it. Like, she hasn't done anything. Like Queen Sherry, she's done more. Queen Miss Elizabeth, they've done more.
Exactly. And again, I'm not downplaying that I'm not downplaying her induction, but you haven't done anything. Undertaker has done things to be Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah.
And Trevor just mentioned, as a manager and escort, she doesn't have the same impact as other Hall of Fame. Exactly.
There we go.
You don't have any credentials. They just like letting you in because you married. But so we're going to induct every spouse of every wrestler in WWE. Okay, cool. That's fine.
That tells me they're running out of people somewhere.
Cool. That's cool. We're just going to do it that. Fine, we'll do it that way. Every person who's married to a WWE superstar gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. That's fine. All you got to do is come down to the ring with them for years, and then you get inducted into the WWE. Makes sense. Okay.
Maurice is going to be soon, apparently. Apparently, Maurice.
But see, Maurice wrestled. She won a championship.
Yeah.
She damn sure don't do observe. Yeah, Hall of Fame. We ain't gonna worry about Maurice in the Hall of Fame for years. That ain't gonna happen anyways. Everything. The only way, it's gotta be something. Everything like so. We'll see. Yeah. And then last but not least, this is the one that shocked me most of anything. The Steiner Brothers.
My guys, man.
Yes, you got an 18, 17, 16. They deserve a cheer.
I got an 85th and 36.
I got a 33.33%. Bam.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold on, what'd he say?
Hold on, fam. Hold on. They're going to give Scott Steiner a microphone.
Boy. Yeah, he might
They're going to give Scott Steiner a microphone.
He might say anything, bro.
If y'all got plans tomorrow night, cancel them. Don't go anywhere tomorrow night.
Just don't miss the Steiners.
Just don't miss the Steiners induction. Because when they give that microphone to Scott Steiner,
man, I'm watching. Yep. I'm right there with you. Yep.
Because if they give him a live mic,
anything can happen.
I have been waiting on this.
Now I'm believing that he's gonna behave himself because they got Braun Breaker that's gonna be initiating his nephew. He's gonna be alongside his brother. I imagine his brother's gonna be straight.
They're gonna have to give him. I'm sure they've talked to Scott Steiner and gave him a long talk. Scott, I know we're going on good terms. We're on good terms. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. We just want to let you know, Scott, we're live.
Right. Watch your fucking mouth.
Watch your mouth. And I gotta remember now, the Hall of Fame comes on after SmackDown. Now I don't know if it comes on the network or if it actually comes on Fox. I don't know about that. I didn't indicate that. If somebody knows, let me know. Because I gotta figure out I gotta know if it comes on Fox after SmackDown, he's gonna be careful. But if it's on the network, he may be able to get away with a lot on the network.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to be that crazy. I don't think he's going to be that crazy. I don't expect a crazy speech. But anyways, it's not about Scott Steiner. It's about the Steiner Brothers overall being inducted. One of the greatest tag teams of the past getting inducted. The dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. Who don't know is the father of Braun Breaker in NXT. They didn't mention it too much when Braun Breaker first debuted. They kept it away. But now that the Steiner Brothers are being inducted into the Hall of Fame, they are mentioning it more now. And it all makes sense because we will talk about that next in regards to NXT regarding Braun Breaker's match at NXT Stand and Deliver. But Steiner Brothers, congratulations on getting their induction.
Well deserved, man.
Much deserved. Definitely. Yeah. Let me get your opinion, man. Next tag team that goes in the now, who are we missing now?
Dudley Boys.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dudley Boys.
Damn, Sean, that's a good one. Hell yeah.
I mean,
If Scott Steiner made up with wait a minute, did Bubba Ray have any beef with WWE or he good? They're on good time, right?
I don't think any kind of relationship is soured there. But
Okay, yeah.
when I look back at
not Steiner Brothers, sorry, Team 3D. Yeah, I can definitely see that one.
or if we're gonna go back to the past, I don't know if the head shrinkers are in there.
They may not be on there, but don't be surprised. What was that rock and roll tag team from the '90s?
You got Rock and Roll Express.
No,
you got
I'm thinking about
the
that.
Rock.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I'm trying to think of who you're talking about because I mean you got different ones. You got the Nasty Boys, the Headbangers. Yep, you got the Nasty Boys.
The Nasty Boys. They can go in a lot of different directions.
You got the Quebecers.
Trevor,
you got a bunch of them.
Oh, Hall of Fame's on Peacock on Friday. Okay. All right, Trevor, appreciate Trevor and everything. Trevor's tuned into the show. He's helping us out a lot off the air. Yeah. So the Hall of Fame is on Peacock. Scott Steiner might be able to get away with a lot of shit then.
Ain't no telling.
We're looking forward to that. That's definitely going to be a great one. Last but not least, the Warrior Award. Shad Gaspard is going to get the Warrior Award. And if y'all don't know, another one, may he rest in peace, Shad Gaspard. If y'all don't know the story of Shad Gaspard, this man risked his life to go save his son. They were at the beach, and I guess his son it was in a wave or something like that. And basically what happened was he went out to go save his son, and they couldn't find his body. It was a sad story. It happened 2 years ago. And it was a very sad story. And a lot of people were like, you know what? They should have done it last year. But you know what? Don't be mad at when they should have done it. Just be happy that they're doing it. Be happy that this man is getting recognition for. This is the definition of what a good father is. This man risked his life to go save his son's life. That's all that matters. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people said this is damn well deserving. This man's going to get a standing ovation for getting this award, man. If y'all don't know who Shad Gaspard is, if y'all remember Crime Time in WWE, him and JTG were Crime Time. They were like, how can I say? They were like the Street Profits before Street Profits.
Yeah, with a little bit more gangster.
Y'all remember JTG and Crime Time? They were a fun ass tag team. I think they did get the tag team titles eventually, didn't they?
I think so. It may have been a short run. I think they're like a mix between Street Profits and Harlem Heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like gangsta / party, you know what I mean, kind of feel. But Shad Gaspard, man, I'm a parent myself. And
I was just ready to say, Sean, I know you would understand because you're a father yourself to your son and everything like that. I know that definitely hits home.
Yeah, because I mean, there's one of the greatest loves. I'm not going to compare a mother's love and do all that, but one of the greatest loves that you'll have as a male is if you have a child. Even more so, I'm not saying that you'll love the daughter more, but when you have a young male, it's just something about that because you're the role model, you're a superhero now to that little boy that you're raising. And one of the worst nightmares as a parent is losing your child. And we always say, I'll do anything. I'll risk my life for my child. He actually went out and did it. He actually really, when it was time, he went out there to save his son, and he was able to do that. And unfortunately, his life was taken. But as a father, you're a protector of your family, and he's the ultimate protector. You wanna like have somebody that if you're gonna be a father, you wanna know that no matter what happens, or even like as a child, you wanna know like my father's got my back. No matter what I might run into, my dad's got my back. And Shad Gaspard, man, he's the ultimate protector, ultimate father. The story is just tragic, man, but Shad Gaspard, he's amazing, man. He's legend status in my book. Not necessarily what he's done in the ring. I mean, I get it, but outside the ring, man, he just showed he's willing to pay the ultimate price for his child, and that's all you can really ask for. I guess it's the best way I can put it.
Man. That definitely made me think about my father. May he rest in peace as well, and everything. My pops. I know my pops would have done the same thing for me, man.
Mine too.
my pops would have definitely done that for me, man. So that
Mm-hmm.
definitely at home with me. But that was very well deserved, man. Shad Gaspar. So the Hall of Fame. Trevor is updating me with information as we going on. And we're gonna go over the WrestleMania schedule in a minute. But yeah, everything looks like it's on Peacock. So yeah, that's gonna be coming on after SmackDown on the Peacock Network. The Hall of Fame ceremony, which I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I definitely think y'all have to tune in for that. Just I would say just the Undertaker himself, man. The Undertaker, and then also the Scott Steiner. This Scott Steiner, man. When I tell you, I'm gonna be watching that.
Yeah.
Oh my, yo, let's see what he says, man. I don't know if he's gonna take it that far, but we'll definitely see. I'm looking forward to that, man. We'll definitely check that out. Mm-hmm. All right, on to WrestleMania weekend. All right, first event, NXT Stand and Deliver. This is the second installment of Stand and Deliver. No more takeovers because pretty much Vince has scrapped everything that has saved the name Takeover. So now they're just NXT specials. This is Stand and Deliver, and on Stand and Deliver we got how many matches? Looks like 7 matches, 1 on the pre-show. So we're gonna go over the. Well, first of all, before we even get into that, Sean, I know you've been catching up with NXT 2.0, and I know we talk about it a lot in regards to the new look of NXT 2.0. I've actually grown very fond of NXT 2.0. I know some people are like, well, I miss the black and gold brand. It's not the same. I'm like, well, y'all know it's not going to come back. This is his image and what he portrays and what he wants to be. I told people, let it go. You're not going to like it. Of course, it's not black and gold, but black and gold is gone now. Get used to what it's now. They've actually done a much better job. The storylines are pretty decent. The matches have gotten better. The in-ring action is not like it was with Black and Gold. It's not like the Gargano Cole Ciampa Gargano matches, But they're doing what they can with what they have. So, but Sean, any thoughts about how And I know we talk about this all the time, but how you feel about the NXT 2.0 product? How going forward? What you think of it?
Initially, I wasn't a fan because I think now that I look at it, I think the switch happened too fast for a lot of people. You know what I mean? You see NXT Black and Gold one week, and then 2-3 weeks later, the look has changed, the wrestlers change, everything has changed. So people are like, hold on, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot. So it deterred a lot of people, from that, given the fact that everything happened so quick. But now that things have settled down a little bit and it's starting to, become more prevalent and people are starting to watch a little bit more, it's like, okay, I'm used to it now. And I like some of these people that I'm seeing. I like Carmelo Hayes. You know what I mean? I like Braun Breaker. You know what I mean? I like LA Knight. So it's one of those things that it just took time to grow on people. But I like it, man, because you see some real talent down there now. You see some of these stars that are starting to break out. So it's pretty cool, man. I've gotten used to it. I like it now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm seeing the chat and everything. These crazy people be adding to the group. Yeah, you see that shit.
Yeah, that's why I got thrown off for a second. I was like,
Yeah, it's some crazy shit that's in the chat and everything. I had to block somebody because I'm not even gonna go into what it is. But yeah, it's just some crazy shit. Anyways, but yeah, okay. Anyways, I was looking at all
that's what it threw me off. That's what.
Yeah, I saw that. Bro, it happens every show. It happens. I swear it happens every show. Somebody pops in and they're randomly and everything. They'll comment. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
But yeah, I had to report it and everything like that. But anyways, but NXT 2.0. Yeah, Carmelo Hayes is one of my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. Definitely, he's grown. He's grown on me. This dude is gonna be when he gets on hopefully when he goes to the main roster, they don't fuck him up. But he's definitely got a future. Who else do I like? I'm definitely look. I don't tell Phantasma. They definitely have a good group there as well. I like them. All the young superstars that's there now definitely got to I like Grayson Waller. I like Grayson Waller. He's starting
to grow on me too.
He's starting to grow on me. He's because his finisher. Do you see that shit he did to LA Knight? The motherfucker did an elbow drop, but he did a crossover in the air.
Yeah. He did like a little under the little basketball move.
He did like a drop, like he went in between his legs and did it. I was like, yo, that shit was dope. I ain't gonna lie. I like that shit, man. But I definitely like, and I like the fact that they're mixing it a little bit. You got NXT UK there now. You got Gunther. I hate that name, bro.
Me too.
It's Walter.
It's almost as bad as Butch.
But yeah,
almost as bad as Butch. Oh man, I don't know which one's worse.
Gunther's there, Imperium. You got MSK. The tag team division is very strong. Them dudes. The women's division, you got up and coming Io Shirai still there, but I don't think she's going to be there long. And I'll talk about them when we talk about the matches for Stand and Deliver. The women's division is very strong as well. I like the direction they're going. Like I told people, it's just you just got to be patient with it. Trevor did make a good comment in regards to the takeovers used to set the standards for the main roster pay-per-views. Let's talk about that for a minute. Everybody, if y'all remember how they used to do when they used to do NXT takeovers on a Saturday and then the main show was on Sunday. And remember when we used to watch that shit, we used to get, the takeovers, we were sitting there and everybody's comment after the takeover was over was like, damn, WWE, y'all got y'all work cut out for y'all on Sunday. We always say that shit because we were like, we got so hyped after the takeover, and it was like, damn, now we got. I was like, now how you didn't even want to tune in to watch the pay-per-view the next day because you were already hooked over, you were already hyped over NXT takeover, and now he's like, all right, now Survivor Series.
Exactly, and it was like this. It was like you get your satisfaction from NXT, and then when the main roster
is just lowered, and it's like, and it'll be, and this pay-per-view would be trash, but you be sitting there like, damn, NXT takeover was better. Damn, NXT takeover was much better. Yep. But those things are much gone now since 2.0. But Dietrich, what up, fam? Dietrich is in the group chat. Shout out to Holly Street 96 for joining us in the comments. Trevor keeping us updated with all the wrestling news and everything, helping me out. Appreciate it. I like this everything. Got a little good chat going on. I definitely like this, man. But anyways, let's get into the card for NXT Stand and Deliver. That is this Saturday. The pre-show is now. It's funny because the Stand and Deliver show. Now, as y'all know, takeovers are usually Saturday nights at 8:00. Stand and Deliver is coming on at 1:00 on Saturday. Now, this is going to throw a lot of people off because I'm not really used to this. It's really going to throw me off because I don't know how I feel about watching a takeover on a Saturday afternoon. So you got that. Then you got a little bit of break because I think WrestleMania starts at 8. There's no undercards on the WrestleMania. So you got Stand and Deliver will probably be about 3 hours. And then you got a little bit of break, and then you got the WrestleMania Night 1 starting Saturday night. So this is definitely unique. But let me go over the match. So on the pre-show for NXT Stand and Deliver, Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane are going to defend the titles against Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. Raquel Gonzalez returned on this past Tuesday night's episode of NXT 2.0, and her and Dakota Kai are going to go after the tag team titles. Now, if y'all remember what happened, Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray won the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Cup. They basically relinquished their chance to go after the tag team titles and put themselves in the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship, which I'll get to in just a minute. Everybody was worried because it made it seem like the women's titles were shitless. So, it's like, well, damn, what are they going to do with the titles? But then we got our answer what they're going to do with the titles. So, the rumor is Raquel Gonzalez is supposed to be going up to the main roster after WrestleMania. So, I highly doubt they're going to win the tag team titles. And I think Raquel Gonzalez will show up shortly after WrestleMania, either on Raw or SmackDown. Dakota Kai, there's been rumors that she's going to end up going. I do know she's been having a lot of matches on the main event before SmackDown comes on. So I do know that's another rumor in regards to her going. So I believe that these two, there might be the last bow for them before they go up to the main roster. So, Sean, what's your prediction for that match?
I mean, if Raquel Gonzalez, like you said, is going to the main roster, then I don't think they're going to put the belts on them. I can see Mandy Rose sticking her nose in and finding a way to get her girls their belts back. and maybe paying for it later in the night and losing her belt some way. But I see her getting involved some kind of way, and toxic attraction ends up retaining the belt somehow.
Yeah, that's now. Remember, that's what the pre-show comes on at 12 o'clock, and then going to the main show. 6 matches. This match I think is going to steal the show, and this match might be one of the match of the year candidates. Fatal 5-way ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. Carmelo Hayes defending the title against Santos Escobar, Solo Sikoa, who, as y'all know, is the cousin of is it cousin or brother of the Usos?
Cousin?
I think he's the cousins.
Look just like him though. That's the thing.
He looks
so he can pass for him.
Let me know. Is that their cousin or is that their brother? I think that's their brother, ain't it?
Bruh, he can pass for the brother. But yo, that match
everybody does an Uso chant.
That match is gonna be amazing, bro. Mark my word.
Yeah. Grayson Waller and Cameron Grimes. I think Cameron Grimes wins the title. Dietrich said he's a cousin. Okay, Solo Sikoa is a cousin of the Usos. Okay, appreciate it, fam. But I think Cameron Grimes wins the North American title.
He's due for it.
I think he's due for it. Fans have been behind him. I believe the storyline is they've been rooting for him to get in. He won the last chance match to get into this match. I do believe Cameron Grimes wins the title. I think Carmelo Hayes he's had the belt since he actually won the belt when they were black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually had the belt since like August. So I think it's time for a change. This match is going to be a banger match. I don't think it's going to be better than the inaugural ladder match they had at NXT TakeOver New Orleans when Adam Cole won the NXT North American Championship. But I damn sure think this is going to be a banger match.
It's going to be a good
low
match.
Key. This might be one of the match of the year candidates so far.
Yeah.
Low key. I really do think this might be one of the match of the year candidates. Well, we'll see.
I agree with you.
Another match, his farewell match. Tommaso Ciampa is taking on Tony D'Angelo. As y'all know, Tommaso Ciampa is heading up to the main roster after WrestleMania. So this is his farewell match. Typically, when you have a farewell match, you always tend to win the farewell matches. I'm gonna lean toward Tommaso Ciampa with this one. What you think, Sean?
I can see it going either way, man. Really, to be honest with you, I know that's a vague answer, but I can see it going because I can see one way him losing and then kind of look at his passing the torch, to the young talent, or I can see them sending him out with a win to Raw, SmackDown, wherever he goes. So I can really see it going either way. But if I had to give you an answer, I can see Ciampa winning, but D'Angelo putting on a better performance than people think he's capable of, and people are like, oh, okay, he might be okay then, because I don't think we've seen that out of him. Yeah, we haven't seen like that groundbreaking performance. So I think when you got Ciampa on his last NXT match, I think that's gonna bring a side out of him that people are like, okay, he might got a little something in him that I didn't know that he had, and he might be something. I don't think he's gonna be Braun Breaker kind, but I think he could be like a solid mid card kind of talent.
I want to fence on this one, but I think Ciampa will win. But I just got this whole thing. I think he loses, but everybody gives him a round of applause after he loses the match.
Yeah,
that'd be his farewell. I could see that's touchy. I can see that going both ways. I can definitely see it. But if I had to make a prediction, I do think Ciampa's going to lose.
I can see that too. I can see it going either way, really, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
I definitely see that.
And the fellas think that he's going to lose too. So
yeah, Trevor said he thinks Ciampa takes the loss, Dietrich. So everybody pretty much is saying Ciampa taking the L. So yeah, and D'Angelo is up and coming. So he needs to win back after the whole thing with Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
So I think I can definitely see him.
Butch.
Butch.
Man's name is Butch.
WWE, I gotta fuck somebody's name up so
that was for no reason. They had no reason to do that.
Jesus. Anyways, next match. Women's Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship. Mandy Rose defending the title against Cora Jade, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray. I can tell you right now, Io Shirai, Kaylee Ray, they're not going to win the title. I can tell you that right now. I don't think Io Shirai's been women's champion. Kaylee Ray, no, I don't see her becoming champion. Now, here's where it comes down to Mandy Rose and Cora Jade. Do they want to put the title on Cora Jade now? But she's only 21 years old. She's still young. I would still say Mandy Rose walks out this title in a damn good match, and I think she finds a way. where somebody hits a finisher on somebody, she rolls them out the ring and she pins that person and wins the match. I believe Mandy Rose retains and still continues on, and I do see another opponent down the road for Mandy Rose. So, what did you think, man?
I agree. No, I agree. I think it's a little bit too early for Cora Jade. You know what I mean? And like you said, it just comes down to those two. So they have all the time in the world. So, you know, let Mandy keep doing her thing, and I see her finding a way to get her belt back.
Toxic Attraction definitely is gonna. I think the Toxic Attraction keeps all the titles on the women's side this weekend, so I definitely see that. All right, next match, triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Imperium, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel versus the Creed brothers, Brutus Creed and Julius Creed versus MSK. I believe the Creed brothers are going to win the NXT Tag Team titles here. They have been building them up. Now, funny thing is, with Diamond Mine, they're I don't know what the hell they are. I don't know if they're heels or faces, but the crowd has been behind the Creed brothers. Mm-hmm. But there's another thing that's been a storyline, if y'all know what the Creed brothers have been going on in regards to, I guess they got, somebody came into their, where Diamond Mine,
their training facility.
Training facility. Sorry, yeah. Keyshawn. And I don't know who this team is. We don't know who this is. Could be somebody debuting on NXT's roster. We don't know who it is. It may be somebody we know. But, yeah, Dietrich says MSK. Was it? Dietrich, are you saying MSK to win the match, or you think it's MSK that attacked them? Gotta find that out.
He might have MSK winning that thing.
I highly doubt MSK won the titles.
They've already had them.
The Creed brothers are gonna win the titles. That Imperium, they pretty much they've ran their course. It's time to put the Creed. You're gonna put the Creed brothers on the biggest show of the year, man. You got to get the Creed brothers the title. I think this is their chance to win the titles here.
I think Imperium finds a way to sneak out of there, man, and at least
you think so?
At least wins one more pay-per-view, and I think maybe after that they'll take the straps.
Here's a scenario I see: if the Imperium does win, down the road they would just face the Creed brothers 2-on-2 instead of having this 3 match, and they could go that direction if Imperium wins, and then Creed brothers can win it at the next event. But I just don't see it's. Hey, you got to strike while it's hot right now. So I think the Creed brothers will win the NXT Tag Team titles.
I mean, I think even if they don't put the belts on the Creed brothers, they can find out whoever they can have an episode on NXT where they find out who went in a training facility and messed everything up, and then have them two be a rivalry, and you don't even have to have the world titles involved.
And Dietrich mentioned that the storyline that might be what storyline that comes into fate. I don't know, man.
So you can do that.
It's going to be interesting how that plays out. I like that they got the storyline going in there. You got the Creed brothers. It could be a lot of things we don't know yet. So we'll see how that plays out. Next match: LA Knight versus Gunther. I believe Gunther wins this one because I believe LA Knight's on his way out too. He's on his way to the main roster.
He's gonna be a star on the main roster. I don't think
already got mic skills. He already has the mic skills.
He's got it, man. They can't mess that up. They can't. Let me take that back.
He's got it. Plus, they have him as a face now, but he's better as a heel, fam. He's definitely better as a heel. I like him as a heel, and I could definitely see that working out that way. But I think Gunther wins. And I think Gunther is next in line for the NXT title. Because with that being said, the last match, Dolph Ziggler defending the NXT title against Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker will win the NXT title. It's pretty much, I think that's going to happen. And I think Gunther will challenge Braun Breaker next.
Didn't they have
Braun? Yeah, you might as well put, because look, who else can you put him up there though? I think it's time for Gunther to feud with. This will be Braun Breaker's. This will solidify him as a great champion by beating Gunther. Yeah.
Didn't they have like a promo that they cut in the back with each other, talking to each other? When I think Braun Breaker challenged Dolph Ziggler, didn't him and Gunther have a promo in the back?
They mentioned something. They didn't go too much into it, but I definitely see Gunther versus Braun Breaker as the next feud, and I see. That's going to be a series of matches. I think Gunther will win the NXT title down the line, and that's another reason Imperium might end up has to. Well, Dietrich said Gunther has to win a North American title first.
He's already been in the world title picture, so it would be nice to see new faces in
Yeah,
there.
but I think Gunther's past the North American title, fam. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
past the North America. It's time to put him with. I would like to see him with Braun Breaker. That's a good program for. That's a good program for Braun Breaker, man. I would
yeah.
definitely like to see Braun Breaker and Gunther. I could definitely see that. I would like to see that. So, but that is NXT Stand and Deliver. That is Saturday at 1 o'clock. So y'all need a reminder to yourselves because I know a lot of people are gonna forget it. I know a lot of people are gonna forget. Like, damn, when the Stand and Deliver come on? We're gonna forget about that shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Last but not least,
Made it.
WrestleMania 38.
We're an hour and a half in the show. We just now getting just now getting to WrestleMania, man.
We're sorry.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Hey, Trevor, appreciate you stopping through.
Trevor,
man.
appreciate it, man. Thank
Yeah,
you, man, for all the info, fam. I do appreciate it, man. So shout out to Trevor, man. We'll get him on the show next time, man. But WrestleMania 38, man. The showcase of the Immortals is this weekend. As y'all know, this 2-night event. They went to 2 nights a couple years ago. We're not even going to talk about the pandemic WrestleMania, which had to be one of the worst WrestleManias ever.
Sucked. Sucked.
Dog.
Dog, I don't care what
We don't
nobody.
wanna- we
Fans
don't- I
add
don't
a
even
dynamic
wanna-
to it, bro. Fans
I don't
add a
wanna-
dynamic.
I don't want to talk about it.
You
It
know,
was just the word, fam.
it was horrible. I fell asleep, and I don't do that during WrestleMania. But the fans with cheering and the chants, and you know, just everything that the fans add, man. And when you don't have that, bro, it takes a little bit of sting away. It takes a lot of the sting away.
Randy Orton mentioned, he was on Pat McAfee's show today, and he mentioned about how it was when the pandemic started and how they had to wrestle in the performance center with no fans. He said it was the weirdest thing ever, fam. Watching those matches at WrestleMania, especially the Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair match, it just, you can hear them hitting the canvas, and it just.
I felt bad for Drew McIntyre. It was his moment. He won the world title, and usually, like, world title, they get celebrated, like with Eddie Guerrero and all them won, and Daniel Bryan, they had their moments. Like, the crowd was into it and made the moment that much special. And my man has worked his whole tail off, got fired from WWE, came back, win the world title, and he has his moment in front of nobody.
In front of the cameraman.
In front of nobody. I felt bad for him because he deserved it. He deserved that moment. You know what I'm saying? He deserved to have 90,000 people cheering for him.
The whole thing is the show must go on. They had to do a show.
Yeah.
And I understand with the circumstances of what happened with the pandemic. I don't even want to go back to 2020. We're not even going to discuss 2020 because fans are back now. Now we get the proper shows and everything like that. So I'm happy about that. But they decided to do it 2 nights. And me and you and Brian personally know in regards to watching that shit in one day was just horrific. Remember coming over to my old, because Sean and Brian used to come over to my crib for WrestleMania. He used to come over, 7 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers didn't leave the house till almost 12:30 in the morning. The next day.
Maybe even later. I think sometimes even later, dog. Sometimes I leave because I'm falling asleep, man. Too long.
We used to go to Dave & Buster's and watch the WrestleManias. And I'm telling y'all, you had to get to Dave & Buster's at like 2 o'clock just to get seats for an event that didn't start till 7. And that shit, I was like, you know what? After that shit, I told y'all just come to my crib and watch the shit. Because I'm like, look, we can get food and just eat pizza wings or whatever at my crib instead of just sitting here all day. Like Dietrich says, it's an all-day event. Yes, it's an all-day event, but damn, dog, that shit for 7 hours.
Especially when you starting late. You starting at like 7, 8 o'clock, and then you're going to go 7 hours?
Bro, when we get to 9 o'clock, yo, both of us was already tired, dog. We only went to they only did like 3 matches.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, having it in 2 nights is... I like it that way, but part of me is I'm kind of gonna miss seeing it in one night though, because it was kind of like an all day thing.
Growing up, WrestleMania, exactly. Growing up, WrestleMania was on Sunday. That was the big day. Saturday, I was always Saturday Takeover, Sunday WrestleMania. But before NXT came along, you had WrestleMania on that Sunday, and I always knew WrestleMania being in March. I've always old school with WrestleMania being in March, but it's 2 nights. Kind of like it that way because now it's but the show's still like 3.5 hours no matter what. But it doesn't feel like it's like all day. But it's a weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday, so you get both nights. All right, let's go over through. Let's go over the. What we'll do is, I mean, we can make predictions. Let me go over the matches and everything, and then if anything stands out to you, we can go from there. Becky Lynch, night 1. This is night 1. Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul. Oh God!
Gotta have a celebrity in there somewhere, bro. I've learned to accept that.
Yeah.
At this point, WrestleMania, they gotta have a celebrity in there.
I have an opinion about that, and I'm gonna get to it in just a minute. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. You got the Usos defending the SmackDown titles against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Pete Dunne. With Pete Dunne. Yes, I said Pete Dunne. I'm not gonna, no, we're not going to acknowledge.
That's not the man's name, dog.
We're not going to talk about Butch.
There we go. That's it right there. That's horrible. Whose fucking idea was that, by the way? Vince.
Vince sat in the room and said, I got an idea. We're going to call him Butch.
How can you fuck that up? Like, leave it alone. Like, some things are better when you just leave it the fuck alone, dog.
Tommaso Ciampa won't be Tommaso Ciampa by Monday night. He's going to be Ciampa.
Vince has gotten like, don't get me wrong, Vince has done some amazing things, but he's gotten some hands on some shit that's fucked it completely.
I'm glad
we'll
get to his name in a minute because he's coming up. Seth freaking Rollins versus to be announced. We have our thoughts about this because there's some news that broke early this week in regards to his mystery opponent, and I know it's the obvious, but we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Charlotte Flair. We'll get to it in just a minute. Charlotte Flair defending the SmackDown Women's title against Ronda Rousey. And of course, Kevin Owens is having his KO show at WrestleMania with Stone Cold as a special guest. And everybody, stop saying it's a match. It's not a match. It's a segment. Stone Cold. I respect Stone Cold. He does not need to be having a match. I'll say it like that. Come on the show, drop a stunner on Kevin Owens, get some beers. That's it. You do not need to be wrestling, dog. I understand people talk about when he's in the best ring shape of his life. Fam, let it go. You don't need to wrestle, man. You can make an impact. They're already having it in Dallas. That's pretty much what you need. Drop a stun on Kevin Owens and walk out. That's it. So, all right. As far as the matches are concerned, the big ones. I mean, we're not going to talk about the Rey Mysterio shit and everything like that. That's Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. Do you think it's a title change?
Yes. Bianca's owed that, man. They did her grimy at SummerSlam.
Yes,
when
I believe
Becky came back for 2 seconds and she's already the champion. You know what I'm saying? Bianca deserves her moment.
Bianca deserves her moment. I do believe Bianca will win the Raw Women's Championship, so this will definitely set her up to win that title. The Seth freaking Rollins thing. Now, everybody knows, and I mentioned this on the Wrestling Wrap Up. Cody Rhodes has signed to WWE. He left AEW and he's in WWE. So everybody was like, he's going to be at WrestleMania. Who's going to be his opponent? We didn't know. Vince McMahon on Monday night told Seth Rollins that he's going to have a match at WrestleMania. He will know his opponent the night of the event. Speculation is going around that it's going to be Cody Rhodes. So everybody's pretty much saying Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Here's the problem we're facing now. Shane McMahon will be at WrestleMania. And then there was an article that came up as well stating that Cody Rhodes is going to wants to pull out the match.
It's possible because it had a question mark.
It's possible. It's a question mark.
It's possible.
It's a possibility he may pull out.
Right.
Of the match. We don't know yet. So that's the rumors that's coming out right now. Now, Vince is sick. Vince will be that motherfucker that will be like, Seth Rollins comes out, gets in the ring, and then all of a sudden, here comes the money.
Here we go.
You talk about that crap, fam.
Man.
Y'all want to talk about motherfuckers that was pissed when Roman Reigns was announced as the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble a couple years ago?
Yeah.
That shit won't even take the cake for about what's going to happen if Shane
Bro.
McMahon comes out.
I'm telling you now, we all watching WrestleMania together. If Shane McMahon ends up being the opponent for Seth Rollins, I'm grabbing my shit and I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm not.
I hate to say it. It would not shock me if it's Shane McMahon versus Seth
Wouldn't
Rollins.
shock me either.
I hate the.
I don't even want to entertain it being a possibility, but I know how they
it.
operate. It's a possibility, and that's why I'm gonna catch an attitude. I'm gonna be pissed if that happens, dog. I'm fucking leaving.
Do I think it will happen? I still think it's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins, but I just got this weird feeling, especially with this news that broke about Shane McMahon this week. Oh, I got a strange feeling they might be going with Shane McMahon versus Seth Rollins. I don't want no.
And more people keep saying it's Shane, like Diedrich in the comments just said it's gonna be Shane. I'm not accepting that, man. Y'all gonna stop saying that man's name.
Let's not wish it on him, man. I'm praying it's not Shane McMahon because I don't want this crowd will turn so bad, everything. But let's look at the benefits, though. I'm just looking at benefits. Seth Rollins.
Shane benefits?
Hold on. Let me speak. Hold on. Let me give you my opinion. This could be a good thing because Seth Rollins is on fire right now. You bring out Shane, this will be a total face turn for Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Think about it. This will get Seth Rollins as a fan favorite going forward. Now, as far as Cody Rhodes is concerned, Cody Rhodes, and Dietrich just said what I was about to say, Cody Rhodes could debut on Monday Night Raw. Do you say that? Hold on, let me ask you a question now. Let's think about something for a minute. Do you debut Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, or do you do the WrestleMania after Raw, which is the biggest Monday Night Raw ever after WrestleMania? Bring out Cody Rhodes afterwards.
Well, here's the thing.
I want to hear your opinion. What you got to say about this? And then we got to go into the night too.
I would say WrestleMania because like the feeling amongst fans is that the surprise is going to be something special. So I think WWE they kind of gotta deliver a certain way. Don't give us something that we like Shane McMahon that won't do anything for fans. That doesn't excite fans. So like WWE, if you like listen on Raw, they had sometimes they were chanting Cody. So I mean, there's a certain expectation that it's gonna be one of those oh shit moments, like when the Hardys came back. You know what I'm saying? So to take that moment away and put Shane in there, it'd be a gut punch. It'd be a severe gut punch to fans. But I think WWE they got to deliver on some kind of oh shit moment there, and it can't. I don't want it to be Shane. It can be Shane, but I don't think that oh shit moment is Shane, bro.
Who runs the WWE though?
That's why I'm not ruling it out, man.
Vince rules over the WWE. Vince is gonna have his way, and plus, Vince is Shane's father.
I know.
It's just we'll stay to it is better. Let's go with the element of surprise. Let's go with the element of surprise. It may be Cody, and we just get Cody versus Shane. We don't know yet. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Do you think that's the match that opens up night one?
No.
You think it's later down? So what do you out of all the matches you see, what match you think night opens up night one?
I think they're gonna.
I'm kind of shocked that both women's title matches are on the same night on night one. I'm kind of shocked about that. I thought they would move one of the matches to night two.
I know, like sometimes WrestleManias they like to start off with a bang, so they might start off with Bianca Belair versus.
I agree. I believe that's going to open the show. I believe that's going to be the match that opens your show.
Because typically, like if you look at all those matches, you'd probably say Corbin versus, you know what I mean, your boy. But they like to start off with a bang, or it might be the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It's going to be a title match.
It's going to be a title match opens over. That sets the tone. But I really do think Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair open up Monday Night Raw. Open up WrestleMania Night 1. Oh, I forgot to ask you, Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. You think Rousey gets the SmackDown title?
Yes. I'll give her that.
I believe so too.
I'll give her that.
They want Charlotte Flair to win, and they move it to another one. They move it to WrestleMania Backlash, which is right after WrestleMania. They can go a lot of ways with that one. So that's night one. Night two, we have Queen Zelina and Carmella versus defending the women's tag team titles against Sasha Banks and Naomi, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, and Natalya and Shayna Baszler. This one, well, let me go over the things and we'll come back to it. Anything goes. Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
Another celebrity.
The one I'm looking forward to, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I'm looking forward to this. We'll come back. RK Bro defending the Raw Tag Team title against Street Profits and Alpha Academy. Edge versus AJ Styles.
That's the one I'm waiting on. That's the one I'm waiting on right there. That one is that one's gonna be match of all WrestleMania.
Bobby Lashley versus Omos. And then the match, the what they're calling one of the headlines, the stupendous WrestleMania. Winner take all, the biggest match in WrestleMania history, they're calling it. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, champion versus champion, title unification, winner takes all match to end WrestleMania. All right, few thoughts. Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, it's anything goes. You know why it's anything goes. Obviously, jackass.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna let Johnny Knoxville win this match, I believe. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole NXT Takeover a couple years back. Pat McAfee can wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a commentator. He's just not a commentator. Pat McAfee can wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch that match. He actually did really good in that match, and he actually did good in the War Games match later that year. Pat McAfee he does know what he's doing. He actually is a decent wrestler. He actually, so I'm definitely looking forward to that match. And please check out Pat McAfee's show. Definitely, I love his podcast, man. Every Monday through Friday, when I'm working from home, I definitely tune in to watch it. Definitely good, man. So I definitely I'm looking forward to that. RK Bro, I believe they'll keep their tag team titles. The women's tag team titles. What you think? You think Sasha Banks and Naomi, they give them the titles?
Yeah, I think the champions they split up because they've been going back and forth for a couple weeks about Carmella not being focused. So I think they implode at WrestleMania and they lose the belts.
That whole Carmella shit with Corey Graves, that shit just makes my stomach turn. God, I hate that shit.
I'm not. I mean, all right. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say I'm not a Carmella fan. I just don't think they found what fits her best right now. I think she can be better than what she is now. They just haven't found the right gimmick for her.
Can you believe her dad was the one that Razor Ramon had his first match against?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Somebody put it up in the wrestling thing. Carmella's dad, I forgot what his name was. I gotta look that up. Carmella's dad had the Razor. He faced Razor Ramon in Razor Ramon's first match in WWE.
On Superstars?
I think it was on Superstars.
WWF Superstars.
Didn't even know that shit.
I didn't know that either.
That was a fun fact. I didn't know that at all. All right, AJ Styles versus Edge. When I tell you, fam, this match, they better give them at least 25, 30 minutes.
This is going to be amazing.
Does this match open the show on night 2?
If it does, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I wouldn't even be mad. Let me look at the
but I think that match is going to be so good that if you give it to people right when the night starts, it might be a letdown the rest of the night because I don't think anything is going to live up.
That in the middle of the pack.
You're going to have to put that in the middle. Yeah, exactly.
That match is going to be.
Because you don't want to show the climax and then the rest of it be down here and then you got the main event. That goes back up. You wanted to climb up and then keep going up. So they're going to give you a comment and then give them that match like in the middle of the card.
Fam.
To keep it going up. I expect great things out of that one.
That match is going to be damn good, fam. The build up to it has been excellent.
Yep.
Edge has turned back to old Edge. Edge got new theme music. Oh, Edge's entrance at WrestleMania is going to be.
And let's give both of these guys they flowers too, man, because I'm big on giving people they flowers while they're here, man. Edge, what he's come back from, I remember he announced his retirement in the middle of the ring, and he was away for a while. He's come back, and he's been amazing, man.
The pop that he got at the Royal Rumble 2020 when he came out, I think everybody marked out when he came
And
out.
the thing is, like fans, they know when somebody loves what they do. And when Edge comes out, like when you saw him at Royal Rumble and saw the emotion on his face, you can tell he loves what he does. He loves being a wrestler. He loves performing and entertaining people. So that adds even more to his character because you're getting Edge when he cuts these promos and all that.
Yes.
So he's amazing. Love Edge and AJ Styles, man. The shape that he's in at his age, still being able to do the stuff that he does is absolutely phenomenal, man. I love watching AJ Styles anytime he's on TV, man. So
who wins?
AJ,
Yeah.
I'll give AJ the nod on.
I definitely give. And do you see a handshake at the end of the match?
No,
You don't see a
no,
handshake. I think I see. I think I see a handshake coming at the end of the match.
because
Now,
I think
do
they
you
can keep
think
going with this heel edge. I think they can keep going with the heel edge. There's no
So,
reason to.
do you believe they'll do a second match at WrestleMania Backlash, or this is just one and done?
I could see it. I could see another match.
Okay.
I would like to. I could. Yeah, I'd be down for another match. Something happened with the way this match went down, and then Edge maybe has a problem with it, and then they end up settling it at another pay-per-view. Sure, you can go that way.
Okay. All right. We can definitely see that. Bobby Lashley versus Omos. Bobby Lashley return. I thought he was supposed to be out with surgery or something like that, but apparently I guess they brought him back to face Omos. Omos is gonna win this match.
Yeah.
Omos,
Yeah.
Omos gonna win. I think he definitely wins this match. I can definitely see that happening. So
Yeah, they build him
all
up.
right, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
You think Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar? He's never beaten Brock Lesnar at a pay per view. I think Roman Reigns wins the title, but I do believe that they're going to unify the title, but I do believe they're going to take one of the titles off of Roman Reigns and put it back on Raw. Because the thing about it is that Roman Reigns is a big draw on Fox. So to have him on two shows would just be really hard to do. So I think for at least about a month he carries both belts around.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe after a while Raw's going to, because think about it, you just can't have a show without a champion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a fan of this whole title unification match. I'm not a big fan of this. I really hate it. I don't like it. I just hate it. A lot of people I don't like. I love the brand split. I hate it. To me, I like the brand split because it's unique for each show.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it. And plus, the reason I'm saying Roman Reigns is because Drew McIntyre is going to be next in line. They're going to get Drew McIntyre back into the title picture. And I really do believe Drew McIntyre is probably going to end up being the one beating Roman Reigns to get the Universal Championship off of him. So,
you know what I think? You know what I think happens? I think Brock ends up losing. He ends up losing, and then who comes out to confront Roman Reigns after the match, right? The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock. The Rock will come out. They'll be face to face. There's your main event for WrestleMania 39. Now, what happens in between there as far as from a title? You can take the title off Roman and then have him get it back at some point for next year's, or you don't even have to make that a title match between him and The Rock. But there's reports coming out that The Rock wants the match to happen too.
Me personally, I would keep the belt on Roman Reigns. I love him as champion, fam. He's
on fire right now. He's on fire right now. He's the guy. He's Mr. WWE right now. So if they want to keep the belt on him, fine. You know what I mean?
Brock wins. There's always a reason to do things. If Brock wins, there's got to be a reason to they did it. So there's various reasons and everything, but we'll definitely see about that. I have one issue with WrestleMania, and I'm about to get into it, and I'm gonna get into it why, and then we'll wrap up. The Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship are not being defended. And to me, that's very disappointing considering those are mid-card titles and they're not being defended on the biggest show of the year. And you had an opportunity to do Demon Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. You missed the opportunity to do that. Scott Hall just passed away. You have the Intercontinental Championship that's held by Ricochet. You're not doing anything with the Intercontinental Championship. So here's the thing about it: your two most mid card titles are not being defended at the biggest show of the year. Instead, Finn Balor and Damian Priest are on the Andre the Giant Battle Royal tomorrow night on SmackDown. That match is useless. I never understood the concept of it. It's this big ass trophy of Andre the Giant. It hasn't propelled anybody. I mean, Cesaro had his little time with it, and he ended up getting the Universal title shot against Roman Reigns. And then he kind of faded out, and then ultimately released from WWE. But I'm just disappointed that the United States and Intercontinental Championships are not being defended at WrestleMania. Like I said, you had the chance. I don't know what they could have done as far as the Intercontinental Championship is concerned, but someone did mention they brought it up saying you could have the Intercontinental Championship defended in a ladder match at WrestleMania and call it like the Scott Hall / Razor Ramon Invitational and just do an Intercontinental Championship ladder match. They've done a lot of Intercontinental Championship ladder matches at WrestleMania. I could see that. So just quickly here, Sean, your thoughts in regards to both titles not being defended at WrestleMania.
I mean, you hit the nail right on the head, man. I mean, you're talking about the biggest event of the year. Every title should be on the line when we're talking about titles in WrestleMania. So, and the fact that Finn Balor is not even on the card is mind-boggling to me, because he's one of the best wrestlers that you have. So, even if he didn't have a belt, he should be on the card. So, they have a couple situations where they drop the ball. Ricochet, I mean, he's had about 3 losses in a row, so he's not. They're not, he's not looking like the strong champion, I guess. But I mean, he should still be on the card. Ricochet is probably one of the most exciting athletes that you have as far as his abilities in the ring.
I thought they were going to give him somewhat of a push, but I figure Johnny Knoxville was still messing with Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn was the Intercontinental Champion. So I figure, you're not going to let Sami Zayn defend the Intercontinental Championship against Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania. Yeah. So I said, they got to get it off of him. Ricochet started getting pushed, and then Ricochet went in the car. I thought this was going to do something for him, but it hasn't really done anything. And tomorrow night, he's defending the Intercontinental Championship on SmackDown against Los Lotharios in a triple threat match. Oh, God.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway, so that wraps up the WrestleMania. So, quickly, let me go over the lineup and everything. Trevor did send it to me in regards to everything going down. Where is the message? There we go. So tomorrow night you got Friday Night SmackDown, 8 o'clock. The WrestleMania SmackDown. Like I said, Ricochet is defending the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat match against Los Lotharios. Triple threat match. Also the Andre the Giant Battle Royals tomorrow night as well. Afterwards, you have the WWE Hall of Fame on Peacock at 10 o'clock. Undertaker, Vader, Sharmell, the Steiner Brothers. Scott Steiner gets a live mic. Whoop-de-doo. Can't wait to see this. And then, of course, Shad Gaspar getting the Warrior Award as well. Then Saturday, you get the NXT Stand and Deliver. You get the pre-show at 12. Then you actually have the Stand and Deliver special at 1 o'clock. The WrestleMania kickoff show is at 6 o'clock. And then that'll lead to WrestleMania Night 1 at 8 o'clock. The WrestleMania kickoff show is going to be on Peacock and USA. I forgot to mention that. Then Sunday, April 3rd, WrestleMania kickoff show against at 6 o'clock. Then WrestleMania Night 2, 8 o'clock. Everything's on Peacock. It's WrestleMania weekend, fam. We're here, y'all.
My time of the year, man. Like, I'm going to be streaming these WrestleManias until, I'm on WrestleMania 10 right now. I'm on the Bret Hart versus Owen Hart match.
Fam.
I'm going to be streaming it all night, all tomorrow.
We are here, fam. We are the biggest weekend of the year. I will, Mr. Sean will be at my crib on both nights.
Both.
Yes,
hey, unless Shane McMahon shows up, then I'm
for
leaving.
Both nights.
If Shane McMahon shows up, I'm leaving him. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. But I'll be pissed, man.
We gotta get the menu together. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm talking about, WrestleMania is like Super Bowl, yo. It's you gotta have the food, man. You gotta have the pizza, the wings, get everybody together. Get your friends and family together, man. It's WrestleMania weekend, y'all.
Yep.
It's WrestleMania weekend. Oh, Dietrich, it's his birthday on Monday. I know he's
Oh,
gonna be celebrating. So, happy birthday,
happy
Dietrich.
birthday, my dude.
Happy
Absolutely.
birthday, man. This is definitely happy birthday to my sister. My sister's birthday is tomorrow. Yeah, she was born on April Fool's. It makes sense. Anyway, shout out to my sister, man. Tomorrow's her birthday, so definitely happy birthday to her and everything like that. So yeah, WrestleMania weekend, we're here, y'all. Enjoy it, man. Suck it. If you're non-wrestling fans, this is y'all weekend to watch wrestling. Y'all ain't gotta watch wrestling for the rest of the year. This is the weekend y'all watch wrestling. Both nights. Both nights. You get the Hall of Fame Friday night. You got Stand and Deliver Saturday afternoon. You got WrestleMania Final Fours this Saturday.
And if you don't watch wrestling, shut the fuck up. Let people enjoy their weekend. Let people have their fun without you having some kind of dumbass input on how you feel about wrestling. Damn it. Had to let that out, Keys. My bad.
No, you're fine. Let's have our weekend.
Let us have our fun.
Hey, this is our week. As far as wrestling, this is our Super Bowl of wrestling, fam.
Right.
We don't ever get together. We get together and watch pay-per-view events, but this is the big one. This is the big one. I won't bother y'all the rest of the year after WrestleMania. I won't bother the rest of y'all here, but this is our weekend, man. This is definitely our weekend. This is WrestleMania weekend, the biggest weekend of the year, the biggest spectacle of the year. I'm hoping it's a damn good show. I will be doing a wrestling wrap up next week, next Thursday. Just to wrap up anything loose ends for WrestleMania. Just go over what happened at WrestleMania, any surprises. I'll just do a quick wrestling wrap up for like an hour, maybe not even less than an hour, maybe like 45 minutes. I'll do that quick wrap up next Thursday, so then make sure y'all tune in for that. Also, Sean, any shout outs you want to give? And we're not even going to talk about WrestleMania moments. We kind of talked about that all through the show, so we don't have to really do any kind of WrestleMania. But before we do is there pick out one WrestleMania moment that we could go from there?
WrestleMania moment?
Yes, just moment or match. Up to you.
I have a bunch of them, but one that popped in my head is that when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold ended up working together to beat The Rock. I want to say that was WrestleMania 17. I want to say where Stone Cold brought out the chair and beat The Rock half to death, won the belt, and then Vince McMahon shook his hand after that, and then he became the heel Stone Cold with the Alliance after that and all that. So that's one moment. But there's so many of them. I mean, we can sit here and talk a whole nother 2 hours just on WrestleMania moments alone.
I got a whole lot of moments. If I had to pick one specifically, I mean, I know the Razor Ramon Shawn Michaels match. That's the one I always go on. But if I had to pick out one WrestleMania moment just to say this is my moment and everything, I have to remember. Let's see. There's so many moments I can remember.
It's a lot of.
One moment that sticks out in my head's got to be the Seth Rollins cashing in.
Mm-hmm.
Never done that before.
Heist of the what they call the heist of the century.
Yeah, never seen that. That's definitely one of my favorite. moments.
The TLC match. I want to say WrestleMania 2000 with the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and then part 2. They did part 2.
WrestleManias during the Attitude Era were lit.
Yes,
they were. Now those were times where you didn't mind watching 6 hours of WrestleMania because all those matches were lit.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to pick out just matches, I mean, I'll run down a few that I liked. I mean, of course, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, you got that one. The TLC match with the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. That one. Dietrich mentioned Shawn the Undertaker won. That one. I'm gonna mention another one of y'all that y'all sleeping on. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
That was a damn good match. Was that WrestleMania?
I don't know if that was WrestleMania.
That was WrestleMania.
I don't know if that was.
But if not, I gotta see if that was WrestleMania. But that was a good match. That was definitely a good match overall. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. That was definitely.
Oh yeah, you get those two together. You're gonna
get those two together. Yeah, you definitely get those two together. You know.
Triple H and Undertaker. Well,
Undertaker.
What last of the what they call it? The end of an era.
The end of an era and everything. What else? What else matches did I like from WrestleMania?
You got when
so many today, man. There's so many today, man. It's just
Rey Mysterio and who was it? Rey Mysterio had a match with somebody at WrestleMania. I forgot it was, man. But that match was it wasn't Eddie. I don't know. I don't know if it was Rey Mysterio and Eddie because they had a match in WWE and then they had it when WCW. Both matches were amazing, dog. Amazing.
Hey, Halloween Havoc, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero for the Cruiserweight Championship.
My favorite match of all time. Match of all time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Go watch that match. Definitely.
That match.
And
then I played it on, they got it on WWE 2K22 where you kind of go back and replay it. That match was incredible, bro.
That was a damn good match. And those were cruiserweights going at it. Yep. That was definitely a good match. The other match, player one winning the World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat match with Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Player
Who?
Player one. Player. He will not say his real name. Anyway,
if you look at Peacock now, it's like Triple H defends his belt in a title match. That's all it says.
Vacant.
Don't say nothing else.
Vacant. Y'all know what we talk about. That when him and Eddie Guerrero embraced each other at the end of WrestleMania when WrestleMania went off air.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Rey Mysterio won the World Heavyweight Championship. Another moment of WrestleMania.
That might
triple
be
threat match against Randy Orton and Kurt Angle.
Yep, that might be it.
Because if nobody would think Cruiserweight would be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Never. But Rey Mysterio is the
belt way more than Rey Mysterio did.
But Rey Mysterio is the best little man in wrestling history. Wrestling history, not even WWE, just wrestling history altogether.
Best little man.
You know what I'm saying?
I missed the old WC. Would y'all stop with this whole thing about y'all when they have to cover his face up after his mask is taken off? Y'all motherfuckers know what that motherfucker look like without his mask on. If you watch WCW back in the day, you know what he looks like.
Yep.
He looked like he's 6 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, we are the Filthy Animals. He was unmasked.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all like this man. It's like they had to take a towel to cover his face up when his mask come off. Man, what y'all go ahead on, man? We know what this dude looks like.
Exactly.
You want a picture of anybody who wears a mask in wrestling? Google the wrestler's name without a mask. And they show like images, like 50 images of how they look without a mask.
Yep. One match you can't forget too is Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin because that changed everything.
Oh, Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels, Mike Tyson, their special guest referee.
Yeah,
was he the enforcer? He was enforcer.
He was enforcer. He was special enforcer. But the reason why I like that Bret Hart Stone Cold match is because they did a double turn. Bret Hart was the babyface when he came in, and Stone Cold was the heel. And then when that match was over, Bret Hart was the heel, and Stone Cold was the babyface.
They did a double turn. The other one, Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart, the Iron Man match.
Oh,
Shawn Michaels won the WWE Championship for the first time. That's another one of the favorite and everything. Y'all gotta go back because y'all don't know when WrestleMania will be. WrestleMania is a spectacle, but we're talking about WrestleMania back in the 90s when WrestleMania was the shit. When you only had 3 titles and that's it. Compared to how many titles you got now, like 9 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely, but hey, it's WrestleMania weekend, y'all. But we're gonna wrap up this show. Sean, any shout outs you want to give real quick?
Yeah. Shout out to my man Diedrich coming through, with the comments. Definitely. Shout out to
Holly Street 96 for helping us out tonight, man.
I'm about to add my man on Facebook now. That. Yeah, shout out to my boy Errol Costas over there at Goat Season. He's doing his thing too. Super proud of him. Shout out to my boy B Long, Go Long Live. He's got his podcast out there in California. My man was at the Super Bowl. He's doing his thing right now. Yep. And shout out to Wrestling Talk Radio. Shout out to my boy Big Keys, making things happen over there at Wrestling Talk Radio. So just shout out to everybody that's living out their dream, man. Like if you got a dream and you got something that you want to do and you passionate about it and you making it happen, shout out to you, man. Because we only get one life. So, whatever it is that you've been put on this earth to do, go out and do it. And what other people got to say, it don't matter because they just want to be where you at. They want to do what they love. And them seeing you doing what you love to do, they can take it one or two ways. They can either be happy for you or they can sit there and hate on you. So, shout out to everybody that's doing what they love to do, man. It's just like a different feeling when you do something that you love to do versus what you have to do in order to pay bills.
Very well said, brother. If you always need inspiration, also the Scott Hall of Fame speech he did when they inducted the NWO Go watch that, man. Definitely inspirational. But Sean, appreciate you as always coming on, man. Make sure y'all go follow your boxing fix, man. Definitely go check your boy out and everything. I always appreciate him coming on the show and showing love for the show, man. Thank you as always. Thank you, crowd. Give it up for him, man. Well, y'all stop.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Clapping until I tell you to stop clapping. Got it? Studio audience and everything don't know what they disrespecting my ass. Anyway.
Hey, hit him with the Will Smith, man, if you need to.
Oh yeah, we left that, man. Chris Rock versus Will Smith, WrestleMania Night 2. I believe it's gonna open the show. We definitely looking forward to that.
Chris Rock got a chin, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Smith versus Rock. It's just gonna be funny as hell. Anyways, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on. Make sure y'all like the Facebook page, Wrestle Talk Radio. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching on now. So when I post everything on the content, so hit that little bell so y'all get notifications when we go live and we post content to the air. To the page, man, and keep in mind. Oh yeah, about the giveaway. So I am doing like some kind of giveaway. Don't know what it is in regards. It might be some gear. It might be some money to your Cash App and everything like that. What I need y'all to do is starting on May 1st. No, do I want to do it tomorrow? Do it tomorrow? No, I'll do it tomorrow. I believe starting tomorrow. I won't do anything tomorrow because it's going to be too obvious. Starting tomorrow, I need y'all to start following my social media for Wrestling Talk Radio. There's going to be a couple of clues I'm going to give y'all. And then what I need y'all to do is email me, wrestlingtalkradio@gmail.com. There's going to be something that I'm going to put. It's going to be between April 1st and I'm going to close it on June 1st. There are going to be little clues in here. Now, I'm not even going to say what it's for. Y'all might see me post something out of the blue. Make sure you, whatever that is, pay close attention to it because it's going to be something that's going to, I'm still formulating what's going to be, but email me after June 1st. The first one, that person that does, I will do a special giveaway on the 2-year anniversary of Wrestling Talk Radio, which is in June. I don't know what day it's going to be in June because shout out to my oldest nephew who's getting married. Shout out to Curtis, who is tying the knot, my oldest nephew. I meant for y'all to clap, not talk. Forget it. I don't know how to do shit, do y'all? Anyways, no, shout out to my nephew who's getting married in June, June the 11th. Him and his beautiful bride. Me and my missus are going out there to witness the ceremony, so we're definitely looking forward to that and everything like that. So I don't know, June is going to be crazy, so I don't know exactly when I'm going to have the 2-year anniversary show. It's going to be on a Thursday, I know that for sure. Maybe the Thursday I get back from Denver and everything. I'm going to be tired as shit, though. I know I am. So, I'm going to be partying with my nephew and shit like that. I owe him a drink. I still have it. My youngest nephew's going to be out there. Shout out to Cameron, too. I still owe him a drink for his 21st birthday that I never gave him. Damn, dog. Damn, these motherfuckers get old as hell.
Quick.
Damn.
It happens quick, bro.
I'll be 38 in May.
Ooh.
My youngest nephew be 20, turning 27. Damn.
I'll be 36 in July.
God, motherfucker, we getting old, dude. Shit.
I know.
Yeah, we can't even do podcasts no more. We doing Wrestling Talk Radio for the nursing home, bro.
Dog, imagine if podcasts were popular like when we were growing up, man. You know we'd have been all over it, bro.
It's been like episode 9,000 of Wrestling Talk Radio if we had a podcast back in the day.
We'd be putting up raw numbers, dog, like episode 1,000. You know, we it's easy, man. You just get up here and you talk about what you like, dog.
Yeah. When I tell y'all I started this 2 years ago, I didn't know, how far I was gonna get with this. And y'all know me since the beginning of this and everything. It's various, hosts, co-hosts, whatever, everything. I did this because I'm a wrestling fan. I absolutely love wrestling. I'm a diehard wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I'm hooked to it. I don't give a fuck if it's fake or not. I'm a wrestling fan. At the end of the day, I love talking about wrestling. I love sitting down with individuals who are wrestling fans and talking wrestling.
Yeah. This
is a wrestling show. We talk about this shit and everything like that, but this is wrestling. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I want to have put all the work into this. The laptop I'm recording this on, the lighting, the logo, microphones. Look, I'll pick it up and show it to y'all. look, I wouldn't have put all the money into this if I didn't believe this. If I didn't believe in this product. So I definitely, just like Sean stands behind Your Boxing Fix, I stand behind Wrestling Talk Radio. So, you know, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. You know, this is I don't even consider it fun. I consider it just like, you know, it's considered, if I was getting paid for it, it would definitely be more fun if I was getting paid for it. But I shout out to everyone who's been with Wrestling Talk Radio since day one. I really do appreciate y'all and everything. Let's keep it going, man. But anyways, yo, we gotta get up out of here because I gotta get to sleep and everything like that. I'm getting tired as hell because now I'm getting old. But yo, y'all enjoy y'all week. Oh, shout out to WFSB 91. Dietrich mentioned Tell Fuego I'm ready. Yeah, we got something coming. Don't know what it is. We got something coming.
But it's in the works.
It's in the works. It's in the works. Y'all gotta check out Fuego show because I'm gonna be on the show soon. So, but it's definitely gonna be something in the works. Can't talk about it right now, but it's in the works. But anyways, y'all enjoy wrestling. Y'all enjoy WrestleMania this weekend, man. Enjoy it. Get with some friends. Get y'all some pizza, wings, beer. Sit down with your friends and just enjoy just a wrestling weekend, man. So, anyways, we're out of here. I'm signing out. As we always say here, Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. Y'all enjoy WrestleMania, and I will see y'all next week for the wrestling wrap-up. Good night.